Guess
just
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
the
we're live
only
on
one.
YouTube. We're finally
Oh,
live.
we're back on YouTube.
Sorry about that, YouTube. I just wanted to make it look correct and, you know.
That is correct.
As my friend likes to say.
I was kind of hopping around. I didn't know what
already.
topics you wanted
What
to
up,
pop up
YouTube?
first.
YouTube.
I'm just going to share it to the social medias. My co-hosts are going to keep...
Yeah, but we
holding
talk
it
about like the Jordan.
I gotta say though, like as much as Jordan was the superstar, think about how big and popular and huge Rodman was. Rodman was fucking like, I mean, everybody knew who fucking Rodman at that time. Like everybody knew who Rodman was.
Yeah,
they were like,
the
holy shit, he has earrings. Holy shit, he has hair color dye. Whoa, like. It was a party animal, you know?
Yeah, I found it interesting that in the documentary he said that there was a period of like a year or two that basically like Dennis Rodman was more popular
for sure,
than Michael Jordan.
Absolutely,
like,
dude.
what?
He was dating Madonna, dude. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Shout out to Wally in the chat on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, please go to YouTube so you can watch the real link. Join the chat. You can call us. Do whatever you can. But if you want to stay on Facebook, you can. But you're missing the whole rest
experience.
Of the
show. So people
want to pop up with your first topic?
You were talking about the
Oh, we just talk about the
just
random
crying
things and the crying face. And
Yeah, the
All
crying.
right, you got to load up this guy's hair. The first thing we need to talk about is this guy's fucking haircut. He had the Jerry curl mullet.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was fucking
like
wild.
I was saying when we were watching it. I'm like, nobody was like, bro, your hair is terrible, dude. Like if you don't like my beard, at least come and say, hey, bro, your beard looks stupid, and I can be like,
Your
you
beard's
know what, I
weird.
like it, dude.
Your beard's weird.
Like he doesn't like every time you saw Jordan like walking down the hallway, he was walking next to him. So he obviously saw it on TV, and no one was like, bro, you look so dumb. Like I was saying, maybe it was an inside joke where they're all like, hey, just shut up, don't tell him. Like,
you mean this guy right here?
Yeah, yes.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy's fucking hair.
Look at that's his prom picture.
His porn mustache, his pedophile mustache.
That's his prom picture.
Do
Oh
you
my
know,
God, man.
When this
Holy
guy started
crap, dude.
working
It looks
security
like-
for him.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. He was a part-time cop. He worked
Oh, shit.
narcotics and all of this, and he got
shit.
introduced to Michael Jordan through
He
a
worked
friend.
narcotics. He sure did. Look at this guy.
He looks like he's got like a 17th century powdered wig, but just with none of the powder in it. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little fucking school. He's like, I feel like Mozart or something, right?
Everybody in the Facebook chat, I'm going to share the YouTube link for you right now in the chat. I'm going to make some shout-outs real quick. Shout out to Max. Shout out to Navigator. Shout out to Keith. Mom B. Son B. Mike, what's up?
Mom B.
The chat is in the link. But look at this guy's hair.
This guy
Oh,
was
Yo.
a friend.
His
Okay,
hair
hold on,
is...
here you go.
His hair is some of the most offensive shit.
And it's like, it's not a
Come
90s
on.
haircut.
I don't know about offensive.
It's so
But
offensive.
you know what I mean? It's not a 90s haircut.
White people already have terrible hair. White men have terrible hair. And to do that, you're just proving my point. Look at that shit. It looks... What is that?
So and then the mustache to top it all off.
The
too.
Jerry curl mullet.
Well,
Like at least
I
have
wanna
like,
let you know,
like a little thing.
it
right
didn't
here.
go away because this is him.
Damn,
And
that's
rest in
him
peace, because I
now.
believe he died this past January.
Oh, he died?
But
Coronavirus?
he had that haircut to the end. And I think it's just like a lot of like people like they get a haircut. There's a
and he wanted people
style.
to keep knowing him.
Yeah, and they like just stayed with it.
They were like, people that hang on to mullets because they were cool in the 80s or the 90s, and they just had like, they're like, I'm just gonna keep it. Like,
I don't know. I feel like
you don't think Vanilla Ice still cuts the Z's in the side of his head every now and then, fucking, just to stay cool?
well, that's like his statement piece. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like Tina Turner having like small.
She's
not
like
big
70
hair.
and she got
You know what I'm
smoking
saying?
legs too. I'd like
Yeah.
to fucking
Like that's
wrap
like
my
her
face
not having
around
her
it.
hair.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let us know if you're watching the documentary, what you feel about it. But we just had to start with this guy's hair. It is some
Can I
of
get
the...
one of those letters? Sorry.
No? Oh. It is one of the craziest fucking hairdos I've ever seen. You
Yeah,
see him walking in slow motion next to Michael Jordan, and his hair is just bouncing.
Yeah. So
And it
it's
just looks so fucking ridiculous.
I don't know.
And
it
everyone's
sounds
like, oh, it was
someone's jealous.
It was the 80s. I'm like, so what, man?
No, it
That shit
really
was
wasn't though. He
terrible.
had it through the 90s too.
But like I said, it's like when
You know
like
what
your
I mean?
mom like has the same haircut and she just like loves that
See,
haircut,
I'm
and you're like
telling
trying to
you,
tell
dude.
her like, Mom, having big poofy hair, it's not cute no more.
telling
And
you,
she's
it-
like, Nah,
it-
it looks good.
It was definitely an inside joke. like Jordan paid everybody off. It was just like, don't tell him.
Don't
I'm gonna
tell
keep
him.
him around. So I looked. That might how the people like you always like in high school. Chicks would hang out with the ugly chick so that she would look better. You know what I mean? Yeah, like just statistically, you got to hang out with an ugly chick so you look
I did
hotter.
not know that was the rule.
Yeah, you got tons of ugly friends.
Oh shit!
Don't believe a word he says, ladies.
Oh my God, he just hit him with it. That's terrible. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, the right place to be. Yeah, man, you gotta watch this documentary. If you're not watching it, it is fucking incredible.
It's a lot of stuff that like, cause I grew up watching it, but I was a little younger than you. You know what I mean? But like, I still like, I was in that age of sports. Like, that's what you watched when it was on. You know, basketball's on, you gotta watch basketball. Baseball's on, you gotta watch baseball. You know, like just a lot of shit I didn't know. Like the whole gambling thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know about that. Like when he took his little time off and shit. Like I like somebody told me like a few years back, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even put two and two together that like that could have been it.
I think he got suspended.
Yeah. That like after watching it, like yeah, I don't know.
I think he got suspended. I'm not like married to that opinion, but I don't know. I think he got suspended. I think he got caught doing something.
I was gonna say, I think he Pete Rose the motherfucker.
Yeah, he got caught doing something, and they didn't want to ruin the face of the NBA.
Because it was like a height point right there.
Yeah, but
too.
even
Like,
if it
people
was
love
gambling,
basketball at
like,
that time.
is it honestly
Yeah,
is it that bad?
yeah,
it wasn't like he
yeah.
got caught
Yeah, but
cheating on his
well, he
wife or
could have
he
been,
didn't rape nobody.
he could have been throwing
I know
games.
if Anthony's in the chat. I waited at least 5-10 minutes that time.
He could have been throwing the game. Like say, there's only gonna be. I'll bet you there's only gonna be
like the
a
point
10-point
difference?
spread
Okay.
at the end of the game, and he's. You know, they got a 10-point lead. He just keeps the lead instead of, you know what I mean? That because he's got a bet on it. That's why that's why you're not supposed to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it
you
fucks
think-
with the integrity of the game. You
So
know
you
what I
think
mean?
he was betting on basketball?
Like when I always say when they get all mad and shit, like these professional players about shit. It's like, dude, you play a child sport. We learned that as a child. Children play that sport, and you were playing it and getting millions of dollars. Like, shut the fuck up, man. You want to switch jobs with me? I'm gonna shoot some hoops with people and get paid vast amount of money. You gonna break your back painting a car with me, asshole.
The only
You know?
reason why I don't think
I'm
that
too
I
short.
don't think it was gambling is because he loved the game so much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That I don't think he would risk anything to lose that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's,
Like
he was so competitive.
As much as like you think that, and I
After
think
watching that shit, for sure.
and I think there was a lot of the hype of the media.
Oh,
Like,
for sure, yeah.
you know, they wanted something to talk about, or
Blame his
you know,
father.
it was like, oh, it could be this, and they just took it and like just really ran the stories with it. But at least that last episode, I think it was episode 8,
Yeah, episode
where
8,
he's talking about how, like people may have a different opinion of him after this documentary, or people's opinion in general.
I
And he
do
was like-
already. It's not even over, and I do. Like I always thought he was kind of like a not mean, but like he seemed like on the court. I mean, he seemed like he was like, man, this guy seems like kind of a dickhead, dude.
Yeah.
But then after watching it, you're like, dude, he was a dickhead because he wanted to fucking win, dude.
Watching that
You know what I
footage
mean?
of him in practice, he looks like a totally
about
different person.
practice?
You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
He looks like a totally different person than you've ever seen him, which makes me think that's the real him, and the one you see, he lets you see, is his cleaned up personality.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can see it in his eyes when he's looking at people calling him bitches and hoes, and he's doing this to them. You can see something in him
Yeah.
where he does not. I do not recognize that person as Michael Jordan.
When you rewatch it too,
But
when you
like some
rewatch
people
it,
were shocked. I was not really shocked that he like cursed at them. I'm like, isn't that what guys do when they play sports?
No,
Just talk
he
shit
was-
and be
yeah.
like, oh, you ain't shit. Like you a
uh,
little bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying?
if you rewatch it too, like every time another player bitches him, like punks him in a game, like he takes offense of it, and the next game he fucking like makes a fool out of him. Like he did it on like, several occasions. There was Isaiah Thomas. He did it with this guy Smith. We just watched. He did it with B.J. Armstrong. You know what I mean? He just kept fucking doing it, dude. You know what I mean?
He was like, don't mess with me.
Yeah, it's just like he like took offense if you were like.
Oh, everyone
Even
knows my password now.
Even the last one, he just he made something up. He was like,
Yeah.
they were like, oh, they said great game. He made it up to get his ego going. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He needed that extra boost
needed
because
it, too.
he wasn't getting it from his teammates.
Shot.
Yeah, we'll start off early with the shots.
I don't know if he wasn't getting it.
He wasn't getting it from his teammates.
No.
He wasn't. They were so afraid of him.
No,
They looked at him like his dad.
It wasn't his original team that he was used to playing with before he left, too.
Yeah, they
he
may
was
have
just
been
being
afraid
back.
of him,
You
but
know what I
like
mean?
that pushes you more because he wasn't having it. He wasn't having a slacker on his team.
They looked at him like he was their dad.
Mm-hmm.
And they were looking for approval from him the entire time. Yes, there was great players on that team.
Not till the next year, dude.
Yeah.
That 95 season?
After
96 when Dennis Rodman came on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like they had what was it, 72 wins that season?
Yeah. He sits there and he almost breaks down. He almost breaks down in tears when he's talking about how his teammates don't understand why he was so competitive.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's upset that they don't understand that.
Or after all these years. Like he got why they didn't get it at first, but after all these years you don't understand why he pushed you so hard. Like he pushed you to be great, dude. You know what I mean? That's what people are supposed to do, dude. You know what I mean? I'm not supposed to baby you. What I can't remember the fucking movie, but the guy said the worst thing you can hear is good job. You know what I mean? Like that's like, oh, good job. You know what I mean? Like when you do something wrong, like no, like tell me I did something wrong, dude. You know what I mean? Like he did that with his players. You know what I mean?
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let us know.
And they did 3-3 back to back. You know what I mean?
Let us know if you're watching the documentary. Let us even know what you're smoking on. If you guys are smoking that quarantine coronavirus weed, let us know.
I don't know what this comment is. The hair made me keep watching.
The hair made me keep watching it. It's so.
The hair in the documentary.
It is
Okay.
so fucking bizarre. It might be the most bizarre haircut I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't know if this is racist, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Like,
Mind your manners. Mind your manners.
how come all the white guys that played with them look terribly old, and all the black guys look like they're in their 40s? You know what I mean? Is that racist? But
Dude,
like,
Michael Jordan was playing white guys my size with gray hair when he was playing
that's true,
basketball.
yeah.
Like
look how like Steve Kerr. He still looks kind of young, but then they get the camera up in his face. He is a wrinkly motherfucker, dude. You know what I mean? I'm just like, holy shit, bro, dude. It's like line. Did you spend your fucking time like that your whole life? Like what the fuck, bro?
shout out to Alexis in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook, everybody watching on YouTube. Please go to YouTube to watch us.
It's definitely
It's the official home of our page.
It's definitely
Maru says, or Mr. Owl25, I don't know how to pronounce his name, says that he learned that as great as Pippen was, he was never going to be the guy,
fuck
even
no.
when Jordan left.
That's why he signed that 10-year deal. Because he knew, like, he's like, I'm never gonna be the fucking greatest, dude. I'm gonna take this guaranteed money. And then after they started winning, because he had Jordan on his fucking team, which elevated him, like he realized he wasn't worth shit. Like, well, he was worth a lot more money because of, you know, he was getting stats, but he was getting stats because of the players around you, dude. And take him by himself, put him on a team, like. He's not gonna elevate the whole team, dude. You know what I mean? He's not a leader.
They tried to make him
He's
a leader.
He's a good lieutenant, second in charge.
I
But
don't know,
he ain't the freaking leader.
That
dude.
first year that Jordan wasn't there before he came
They did
back,
very well. They went
they
to the
did
playoffs.
very well.
Absolutely.
And they said that
Look at the
Pippen
next year,
was the
though.
one that kept that team together.
Oh,
Like, he
absolutely.
was a different type of leader. He was more encouraging. He was like that big brother
That same
that
year,
you would
though,
go to.
what was it? The playoff thing. He sits down.
Yeah, that's what I was
because
gonna talk about. Yeah.
He didn't want to. They didn't want to give him the ball for the last shot. He's like, what the fuck?
So he
I'm
quit
Jordan
like- he
now.
quit like a
Like,
bitch.
I'm Jordan now. I'm not fucking. Fuck it, I'm not going. So what are you, fucking 10 years old? I'm going home with my ball, dude? Go the
Yeah.
fuck up, dude.
That's
You know
exactly
what I mean?
what happened.
You don't do that. You don't do that to your team.
No, you
So
don't
he
fucking-
quit on them. They were in the playoffs. They were down by 2. Phil Jackson called the play and he said he's gonna give the ball to Tony Kukoc.
And there's what?
Oh,
Fucking
coach!
10 seconds left on the clock.
And Scottie Pippen had a meltdown and he sat on the bench and wouldn't come in the game.
And literally was throwing a tantrum, like arms crossed and everything.
Sulking on television like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like
Well, if Tom Brady can do it,
Like Tom Brady.
and then
no hate on Pippen, he only did it once.
no, he did it twice because he had that he
Yeah, he
he
had
sat
that-
out a whole season
that
because he
surgery.
didn't want to because he had surgery.
He could have had the surgery done right after the season was over and recovered all summer to play with the team Instead, he waited all summer and had the surgery right before the season started. So he didn't play. He sat on the bench the whole fucking season. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say one thing
that's
about Scottie
bullshit,
Pippen.
dude.
I'm gonna say one thing about Scottie Pippen. If you're going to dye your hair before
He's talking
you
about
have
documentary.
you have a HD crew in 4K coming to film you close up
dude.
with documentary.
So it
because
dyes
you're
back
sitting
a
there
little, yeah.
with your fucking jet black hair, but all your roots are gray, and you're sitting there on a close up. That shit just blew my mind. I was like, is this guy serious?
Yeah.
Men nitpicking about other men's habits.
Man,
Interesting. But the man,
But like, what a
he
time
wasn't
to watch
like a
basketball,
shitty player. Like,
for
you're
real.
making him
No, hell no.
sound like
No.
he was
I've
garbage.
never seen.
Like, dude was not garbage.
Yeah, Hall of Famer, 100%, dude. You know what I mean? You can't
I like
talk about Jordan without hitting it.
I like when he came
You know what I
into
mean?
the Bulls and he said, "I'm gonna be better than Michael Jordan," and Charles Oakley smacked the shit out of him, literally. In the documentary, it
That
showed
was dope. Yeah.
Charles Oakley yoked him up, shook him around, and then smacked him. I loved it. It was great. You noticed that Michael Jordan talked mad shit to all his teammates, but he didn't say one fucking word to Charles Oakley. That is fucking truth, because he would have got
Dude,
the
he
fucking shit kicked
He
out
would
of
have
him.
slapped him right there. Hey, but you notice how he said, "Oh, Charles Oakley always had my back." Charles Oakley's always had my back in the beginning of it.
Shout out to Jason in the chat.
And GTGTV, smoking on some
That's Sun B.
tasty grape dosi and GMO with some fried haddock.
GMO.
Random.
Random fried haddock. That sounds like a terrible flavor of weed.
I think he's talking about food.
Damn, man, my grandparents used to cook haddock, and I'd come over, and I fucking smell so bad, dude. Fried haddock. I don't know. A lot of people around here love it. I personally don't like it, but I would leave after, and my clothes would still smell like it, dude. And I fucking hate it, because I couldn't get the smell out of them, dude.
Like when you go to Chinaman.
Oh, I hate it, dude.
And then you're like, oh, I smell like
You mean Batman?
fried rice and egg rolls.
That's so funny.
Someone, Mr. Route 25 smoking cherry pits.
Cherry Pits. I never tried that. Can you load up that picture of the Star Wars character so we can talk about our next cast of characters?
I can't stand this guy. I know he did a lot for the team, but like, he was just like, this asshole fucking.
All right, Jerry Krause. You ready?
Oh my
Wait.
god.
We got a nice photo of Jerry
Okay,
coming
well-
up. You had it.
Okay.
You had it right there.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
So did this guy destroy the NBA?
I don't know.
That's my
I feel
question.
like-
He drove Michael Jordan out of the NBA, in my opinion.
and just like he wanted to be the spotlight, like you know what I mean? Like, oh, I did this, I did that, I did this. Like, dude, you're getting paid a shitload of money. Why don't you shut the fuck up and take your check, dude? Like, why do you need to be in the spotlight and everything?
The TV went off.
Oh, you done shut the TV out. Bunch of
The
potheads
TV.
trying to do a podcast.
All right.
Bunch of potheads trying to do a podcast. But anyway, Jerry Krause, man, he was just a fucking scumbag, man. He just was a bad dude.
Yeah,
He wanted to be the star.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
wanted everyone to believe what he said. And I like that they trashed him the whole time.
I do too.
I think that was
I
awesome.
do too. He got all upset when the reporter like gave him like a straight up honest question.
Mhm.
Wasn't trying to be all buddy with him. He was just like, he got really upset, dude.
What's going on? Did it unplug?
No, I don't know. I guess it just turns
Oh,
on.
she's turning it back on.
We'll see.
She's turning it on.
Yeah.
She's whispering in its ear. Get it all nice.
Just wanted to show her ass on YouTube.
So, I really wanted to talk about this guy, but look at this guy.
Oh, there he is.
I mean, I know it's sideways, but whatever.
Turn your head.
There
Hey,
we
there
go.
he is.
This
Give
is
it a
what
minute.
this guy looked like. As soon as I saw him, I said, that's the thing from Star Wars. How's it go?
Misa do the Chicago Bulls with
The
Michael
first thing-
Jordan.
This is the first thing I thought of when I saw this guy. If you
100%,
guys
dude.
know who we're talking about, you're
Yeah.
laughing right now
Star Wars:
at,
Phantom Menace.
that, at
right?
that photo.
Can they see it on there? Yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
should be able to see it. Shout out to
yes,
Flash.
definitely.
Shout out to Ray.
Holy shit, man.
Ray?
Ray from Cali. You met him.
Oh, I thought you
he
saw
came-
Race from Star Wars.
No, he came to our hotel. You met him. He was in a Sea of Green.
I remember. We had good times.
Oh no! Oh! I don't know if you got this on there, but how dope would it have been to be at those
Practices?
the Space Jam practice?
Yeah.
The fucking holy shit, dude!
That was like the dream team, right
They
there.
built him a straight up full court, a full gym, just like, oh my god, dude! Like, oh, just to sit there, not to play, just to watch those games, dude.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
I never
dude.
knew those games ever happened.
They're like they went on to like 9-10 at night and shit, and then this guy went to bed, woke up at 6, started doing.
That's how much he loved
Space Jam. That's what
basketball.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying, Let's give the guy credit putting a team together. Okay, I'll do that. I'll give you
He
that.
got coach.
Oh, absolutely. No, he did what he did.
Yeah, okay. I can't argue with that.
But
In
he
the
could
chat.
have did a little bit better, you know. I'm sorry.
He was just sometimes. Yeah, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes you have to because you could just see scum in people.
Yeah, it's got a big Nazi thing on it.
And
you
that
kinda
guy
wanna
was
read
just
those
scum.
those covers before you read them.
That guy was just scum. He's gone, but you saw him. That looked like him. I have.
I put it back.
Oh, nice! Look at that guy. It looks just like him. Trust me.
I mean, he's got the Bulls jersey on.
Open
Boom.
Zoom
That's
room.
the original.
Oh, there we go. Alias is hitting us up saying open Zoom room.
Dude, tell me that's
okay,
not him
hold
right
on.
there. Look at color that in green.
That's
and,
the same
and,
dude.
And put the what the hell?
I gotta go to the Zoom.
So we
I
got a
gotta
caller
go.
coming in, so we're just
I gotta go to
dealing
the
with that.
Zoom.
I'll let Tanya deal with that as I'm gonna move on to this.
gotta go to
I
the-
really like this quote. I want to put it on. I want to put it on something. I really like it. When they went out to the finals, Michael Jordan said it. He said, "Start with hard work, end with champagne."
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a dope ass line.
Sure.
When he said it, I was like, I'm really feeling that how he said that right there. I will say that I don't think he's my favorite, but I don't think he's the best ever. I think he was the best at that time. He was just so much better than everybody else, and he inspired a whole generation of people to play basketball a different way. And they grew up for 20 years playing this new way of basketball.
In my eyes,
and they mastered it.
He inspired street ball. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, Magic. You know, they were passing the ball behind their back, but no one was fucking juking. And, you know what I mean? No one was doing that shit before Jordan. You know what I mean? Like faking people out and shit. Like that's football moves. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
think about it, you know, that's a running
People
back
were doing
move.
it, but not on that level.
Yeah, yeah.
Alias, hit me up on the Zoom.
Shout out to Alias from the Weekend Warriors. He's going to call in. He's going to be our first call in. Sticky Fingers might call in. You never know.
Oh
Guess
yeah.
you gotta have to
This
keep
episode is sponsored by.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
wait,
episode.
hold on.
This episode is sponsored by Sticky Fingers.
Let me put his volume up.
Why, you can't get him up there?
No.
Yo, I'm here, dog. I'm joined in.
Can we get him up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on the Chrome.
We're trying to put you on the Chromecast, and
Give
then
me
we're gonna go.
Sec.
If you guys don't know who Alias is, he's a guy. He is a man.
How dare you assume that he is a man?
I know. I'm assigning him pronouns without asking his permission.
Yeah, what up, Kate?
What up? Is he up there yet? Oh, here he comes. Oh
coming.
shit!
We need some lighting. We need some lighting.
Shout out to Alias from the Weekend Warriors.
I'm
I'm
on a delay.
Oh, I can hear the delay. Yeah. Let us know what you got going on. There won't be a delay. Just let us know.
Sound you wanted her face on that.
Yo, no disrespect. I feel like this is a Primo RZA battle. I'm just on delay like the rest.
He says he feels like this is the Primo RZA battle. He's on delay.
George, yo, Krause, the GM Krause looks like if Dan Rather and Mini Me had a baby, and then that baby had polio.
He said, Tanya's bringing the microphone closer to you guys, just for a couple seconds.
Ooh. That was good.
Let us know in the chat if you can hear Alias.
I can see Tanya. She right there.
So, Alias, did this documentary surprise you?
Yeah, no, just because I was a huge Bulls fan. But Pippen does look like he ran a 100-yard dash and a 90-yard gym.
The feedback's crazy. We're gonna figure out the feedback and call you back.
Yep, I figured it out.
Oh, she figured it out.
Figure it out.
I think it's on his end, not mine.
Oh, I think it's on. We think it's on your end, Alias.
Think it's on.
So shout out to Alias. He's a movie star.
You have to mute your computer, Alias.
He won't be able to hear us.
Oh, I thought it was on his
Call
phone.
Joe's phone.
You can hear through Zoom.
Oh, he can hear through Zoom.
I don't know.
No, I'm on my computer.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
on my computer.
Call him from your phone, and he can hear you.
Okay, so Joe's gonna.
Is that better?
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Whatever you did.
Perfect. Perfect.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Oh
We
no,
can hear
we
you.
can hear you perfectly.
We can hear you. Okay.
I had to turn my computer down a tad.
All right, perfect. Well, tell us what you thought about the documentary.
Who's Ted?
I mean, I liked it. Jordan is really competitive. He would drive me crazy.
Okay.
But I mean, a lot of the stuff I knew I watched, I mean, as a kid growing up, I do look like Luke Longley now. So I respect that, you know. I enjoy it. I usually watch it every, like, Monday morning. You told me you were doing the show on it, so I actually before I called in, I just finished wrapping up both episodes.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah, we just did that too. When I was talking to you earlier, we were watching them. All right, they're saying we have an echo in the chat. So just give us here. Check it out. I'm gonna ask you a question, and then you can turn down your computer and answer it.
Okay.
You can turn down
What
your computer.
do you think about that guy's hair?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's hard watching that and loving that hair, and then I realized that every white person in the 90s feathered their hair. They all look like Duran Duran.
Nope.
And
That's
I don't
hilarious.
know what bus I missed, because like I ain't got no hair.
Like I said, y'all are hating.
No.
Hating on your own
They
people.
feathered the shit out their hair, man.
Your hairline is running. What is it? Your hairline's running away from your eyebrows?
Yeah, see, what happened was is my hairline and my eyebrows, they got in an argument. They broke up, and they've been taking space ever since. And the distance between them two, I don't think we're ever going to get back together.
It's not looking good. I think that they've moved on. One of them's dating. So,
Honestly, though, DL, like, doesn't Bill Wellington look like he works for the Lowell Fire Department?
yeah, he looks like a biker.
For real. For real, dude. This guy like works at Market Basket cutting meat on Saturday.
We're drinking Fireball tonight. What are you guys drinking?
Like you can you picture him in the white coat with his little Market Basket fucking thing? He's like, well, hey, what can I get you today? Started cutting the deli meat.
Shout out to Dickie Skins in the chat.
I'm thinking
And just like, didn't you play for the Bulls?
Here, Alias, I got a good question for you. I just got to read it the right way, so I.
swear, I'm delayed, like my wife saying I do at my wedding in Mexico.
Okay, I got a question for you, Alias. You ready? Does the pop... Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Does the popularity of his shoes add to his legacy, or does his legacy add to the popularity of his shoes?
Too many words to me.
That's a tough one.
He needs earbuds.
It's kind of
You don't
both.
wanna
You
echo.
kind of have one with the other. I'm saying just because, like, I remember getting the Jordan prototypes, like, and I was 5 in '84. My father bought them for me, and I think that's what put me on to him. Was
Oh,
Froze up.
Oh!
it's frozen.
kid,
Oh.
so I think they both kind of feed each other.
Talking about the 80s and turned
And
into
he said he believes they both feeded each
Yeah,
other.
that's a good answer. I like that answer.
He likes it.
All right, here's another question. Do you have earbuds?
Not Airbud, the movie.
Not earbud.
Earbuds.
Mix 'em up.
I think we lost him anyways.
All right, we'll hit them back.
We'll try to get him back.
Let's get back into this. Let's get back into our topics here.
Tropic Thunder?
The reason I think he was possibly suspended for cheating was because he was gone for 18 months, and that just to me sounds like a penalty time.
A suspension.
Yeah, like you're done for 18 months or 24 months or 12 months.
He came back with no problem.
It was no, he had an ill problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he had a baseball body and he was just out of shape.
No. I mean, like, he came back.
Oh yeah, here he's saying.
Like he had no issue. They were like, well, you just retired, dude. You can't just come back to basketball. You know what I mean? Like, he was just like, yeah, I'm coming back to basketball. They were like, oh my god, thank you, Michael. Thank you. Basketball. They've been watching baseball.
They were losing money.
Shout out to Dickie Skins in the chat. That's cool.
How about that though? Like,
Limping to greatness.
Like when he wanted to start playing baseball, they had to jump him to the AAA, just because of the media. Just because there was no, like, they couldn't put him in the lower league because there was no room for the media. Like all the seats would have been the media.
I thought that was
You know what I
unfair.
mean?
He didn't deserve
Absolutely.
to be there.
Absolutely,
He
you're right.
did not deserve to be there. His baseball career was not interesting. It was all because, hey, we can maybe sell some tickets,
Some jerseys.
some Barons jerseys, if Michael Jordan's on our team.
Nah, the Chicago White Sox ones.
Yeah, those two.
That's not true because the owner of the team said that if he would have continued the season,
He wants
he
wants
would have
free
made
Jordans.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I don't think.
like he was supposed to start in a league underneath the minor league.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like you know how there's double A, there's triple A. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because of the whole
Tippy tay tay.
press thing, he got an upgrade.
Yeah, yeah.
And for the upgrade, like, yeah, he wasn't amazing, but they said his average was like
Could you
a
imagine,
.204 or something like that.
202. Yeah.
Can you imagine
202,
back then
so-
though? Jordan playing at the Spinner Stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
just would have
Jesus
shut down the
Christ,
city.
They would have shut down. We would have been like people would have been climbing the trees behind the
Baseball needs a Michael
You know
Jordan
what I
right
mean?
now.
No, they don't. They need a fucking good baseball player.
They-
No, that's what I meant.
Baseball
Like, what
just
Michael Jordan was to
needs-
basketball, that's what baseball needs right now.
Yeah.
Baseball just needs to start.
Shout out to everyone in the chat.
I miss
I
baseball.
love baseball.
Shortcut, Richard, Sam, Kat, Joe, Sean. What's up? Dicky Skins. What's up? I really
I
hope
like
you
that
guys
name.
go to YouTube
Whoa.
and
Dicky
watch the
Skins
YouTube.
from Spencer Confidential on Netflix.
Yes, Dicky Skins is in Spencer Confidential right now on Netflix. We're not going to tell you his part,
Check it out.
but it's a good movie. He's in it.
It was
He's
good.
not just in it like, I think that was him.
It was
If I
good.
zoom in, he's in it. He got multiple lines.
You
I'd
have
say
enough
he
time
has.
to be like, oh shit, that's Dickie
He
Skins.
has a scene.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he
He has a scene.
He has a
He's
scene.
doing good.
So go check that out. Spencer Confidential on Netflix.
Check it out.
Um,
Support your local peeps.
Go check that out. Let us. Oh, is he back?
He's back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
hear
can hear
you.
you.
Got headphones in? Perfect. All right, let's get him back up on here. We'll keep asking Alias some questions.
He needs some light. Lighten up your face. Let the people know who you are.
You just gotta cast him
No,
to the
you
TV.
don't want that. You
So
don't
Alias
want that.
called back with some headphones, so we won't have a delay, but you need to cast him to the TV.
Oh, heard. Hold on.
Heard for the word, because Michael Jordan was a bird. Oh, I know how to rap.
Oh shit, I'm signing him. So I already said this in the chat, but I already said this in the chat, but I really think it's so true. Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the eye. He would have never punched Charles Oakley at all, ever.
I know. Steve Kerr is my size. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Come on.
Yo,
No one punched Charles Oakley.
no way, nobody.
It's still to this day.
I think he might have been the toughest basketball player that ever played
I don't
basketball.
want to hit him.
Anthony Mason was tough.
He said I want to kick him out, but I don't want to hit him.
Kick who out?
Oh.
Oh, here he goes. He's back up there.
Patrick Ewing was pretty tough. I almost said something.
All right, Alias. Was he a bad teammate?
He said, "Yep, straight up."
He was a
He's
ball
on
hog.
delay.
Definitely a ball hog.
I'm on delay.
Yeah, was he a bad teammate?
But he pushed his team to win, but did they enjoy winning?
No.
I think they enjoyed winning. They didn't enjoy getting there.
Like,
Well, getting there's half the process.
Yeah, but knowing's half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Not Corona.
that's like beating your kid 5 days out of the week and then being like, hey, did you like the McDonald's?
Yeah, and the ice cream. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You're right.
That's hilarious. Like, he's calling his teammates hoes and bitches and all that shit. I just thought that was so funny. It's just a different side to him. I understand why he thought people were going to hate him.
I don't. Like, if you're the best and you want to play with the best and you're his teammate and he's just trying to push you to get to exactly what you want, then I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he called you a bitch, he called you a hoe, but like it wasn't serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that wasn't shit that was gonna make nobody cry. Did it maybe make it a little bit less enjoyable for some people? Yeah, but that shit was his job. Like,
But
he's
it-
like, this is my job.
But besides Pippen and Rodman, when they ask most of those people, they go, "Was he was he a nice guy to work to?" They were all like, "Ugh."
Yeah, they all didn't want to say no.
They all just were like, you could tell they wanted to be like, "No, I didn't enjoy playing basketball with him, dude." You know what I mean?
No, my favorite quote was
But again, they got rings.
One of the players said, if you loved basketball, then you didn't have a... If you love basketball the way Michael Jordan loved basketball, then you didn't have a problem with Michael Jordan. Like, you understood him.
He made a good point,
But
too.
if not, that's on you.
Yeah, Jordan made a good point, too. It's like, if you can't take it in practice, how are you supposed to take it out on the court?
Yeah, I like that.
You know what
I
I mean?
like that.
They're going to give it 10 times harder than I'm giving it to
Yeah.
you. You know what
Like,
I mean?
if you can't take me calling you a bitch, how you gonna take Shaq?
Exactly. Like,
I ain't taking
I
shit.
don't know. Like,
I agree.
I don't... I see how he could have said, oh, I'm worried that people are going to think I'm a dick because maybe people never saw that side of him.
Well, you know what it is,
But
too?
at the same time, like, yo, I'm a winner.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm just trying to get them to be winners,
a lot
too.
of those people probably were, like, just not baby, but, like, always had a coach that were like, oh, great job, good,
Yeah.
you know, good job, nice shot. No, oh, don't worry about it, get it next time. And Jordan's like, no, you're going to get it this time, right the fuck now, dude.
Because
You know
all
what I
these
mean?
people grew up in random towns across America where they were the best player in their town.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're from Kansas City, and yeah, this guy was the best player in
Well, they
Kansas
were
City.
shitting on Kukoc.
But then you get put into a league with fucking Michael Jordan,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, oh shit, this guy is fucking good. Like me personally, in that time,
Yeah, but I can't take somebody calling me a bitch all day.
Oh, me either, man.
No.
Same here. That's why I can never be in battle that
So would you
leagues.
step your game up? If somebody's calling you a bitch, would you step your game up so
Step
you're
your-
not the bitch?
No, I'd probably hit him.
yeah, that's the problem.
I'd end up hitting
But
him,
he was
dude.
gonna come back and call you a bitch the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Good point. Good point.
I love Michael Jordan. I'm a huge fan.
I think it's what
He's my favorite ever.
I think it's what
I
drives
think
you.
He's amazing.
Like, if I had to go out and buy a jersey right now, and every jersey,
I have a jersey right here.
I'm buying a Jordan jersey.
Piece
you know
of
what
his
I mean?
jersey right here. What is this from, Joe? A
That-
triple jersey. It's triple jersey. I forgot. It's a piece of Jordan's jersey, a piece of Rodman, Pippen's jersey, and a piece of Rodman's jersey.
Game
Sure.
worn.
Game worn.
Sure.
I'm not sure when. I'll have to.
Might say in the back.
Oh, sorry.
In the crack of your
You
ass.
smell Rodman's jersey right now? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was dope though. He used to give his jersey out after every game. Like that's
I don't
super
think they
cool.
would have won without Rodman.
Not
I don't
really.
think they would have beat the Knicks without Rodman.
Nope.
I don't think so.
No,
That's
they needed
the-
that grit. You're right.
Who
Best
was on the
defensive player.
Knicks then? Allen Houston. Was he there yet? John Starks, Oakley,
Yeah.
Mason, Ewing, and I don't think
Oakley, Mason.
Ward.
Yeah. Oh, he lost him again.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know.
I think it was Ward. Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward.
Nah,
That-
Mickey Ward though. He boxes in law though. Mickey Ward. I know him. You know Mickey Ward.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think so. Without Rodman. Okay, I got a question for you, Alias. You ready? I always hear about how great the defense was back then, right? And in this documentary, I'm just seeing people do this. As Michael Jordan does these crazy fucking moves around them. Elaborate.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fucking.
I feel like they were intimidated as soon as he went in the air.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
It was don't get dunked on.
Yeah, don't be a poster.
Yeah. I don't want to be on his card.
So instead of doing your job, you were more preventing embarrassment?
That's true, I guess. Yeah,
That's embarrassing.
that's
Look,
If you're that NBA player, that's embarrassing.
throwing the game. Shout out to Dickie Skins, shouting out Indo Joe, shout out to Revolution, shouting out Joe's beard.
Oh yeah, nice.
Is that a hashtag Joey?
literally, I ran into Patrick Ewing at the Cambridge Side Galleria, and he still had Pippen's nuts in his chin.
That's funny.
And that was last week.
All right, I got another question for you. Oh, you haven't watched? You did watch the latest episode. So, what did you think about that story when he told his whole
Yes, I
team?
did.
When he told his whole team that a guy put his arm around him and trash talked him, but he never did it.
Just to get everybody amped up.
He amped himself up.
Oh, yeah, the dude for the Wizards.
The Bullets, maybe. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think his name was like,
Something
I
Smith.
think his name was like the dude from the liquor store.
His name was the dude from the liquor
real.
store.
Because no,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
that was great.
He shot like 36 points the game before, And Jordan goes, I'm gonna do that in a half. He did like 37 the first half, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. This guy, like, when he wanted to make a point, he knew how to make it, dude. You know what I mean?
It just was funny to me that he needed to lie to himself to get more amped up to play the game.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
like I have to lie to myself.
Those aren't herpes.
That's
just razor bumps.
He had to create.
Shout out to the Weekend Warriors.
Facts.
All right, that was a good one. I really like that about the defense, though. Like, they always say, pushing and shoving doesn't make you a great basketball player. You are committing a foul.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
That's a foul. Oh, they don't push and shove now. The game's soft. I'm like, dude, if Larry Bird played... I like Larry Bird, too. I use him as an example because I like him. If Larry Bird took those exact skills from whatever fucking year he retired or was his greatest, his ankles would be broken.
Yeah.
2 minutes after the tip-off.
Dude, AI would go around.
Everyone's like, oh, they'll evolve. And I'm like, well, okay, LeBron James can't evolve to pushing?
Yeah.
It's like, he weighs 260 fucking pounds.
Yeah. Hey, it's football shape.
Yeah,
What do you-
LeBron James, a linebacker.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Football shape, yeah.
I think he's the best ever played basketball. He's not my favorite, but I think he's the best player to ever play basketball. We've been watching him play since he was in fucking high school. Who watches high school basketball games?
Yeah.
They were on ESPN.
Unless they're your kids.
Facts.
Yeah.
Parents
Or
don't even go
relative.
there.
We're watching stone skipping now on ESPN.
Stone
so
skipping.
funny.
But hey, don't hate like you won't like to do some stone skipping.
For like an hour yesterday.
Where do you think this documentary rates for sports documentaries? I say it might be the second or third best one I've ever seen.
What do you think about, like...
I think he's frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Alright, just shut off the Zoom for a minute.
How do you think,
then
like...
come sit back down, we'll figure that out.
What do you think about the footage that he didn't put out?
That's, yeah,
Like
how
all
bad
that
he looked
chopped
there.
footage that of him being really a fucking dickhead, dude. You know what I mean? Like, because he seems like an asshole, and he puts himself, you know, it's his footage, so he put it out there. You know what I mean? Think of all the stuff that's on the cutting room floor, dude. Like, holy shit, I'd like to see that.
I think we're frozen. Keep talking.
Frozen, like the musical. Papa, can
Alright,
you
shut off
hear
the
me?
I don't think that's from Frozen.
shut off the Zoom.
Papa, can you hear
I did.
me?
Because it's
I did.
Alright.
I don't think it's from Frozen either. But Michael Jordan, wasn't he in Frozen?
No, he was on Space Jam. Alright, you can sit back down,
Are we on YouTube still?
it says we are.
YouTube.
We gotta shut
Who
off
was
some
the
of
guy that
these.
said that? We took that from him. Like we
Yeah,
say that in homage of him. not-
Grow 420,
Grow-
something like that. 14 to 20 grow, or something
Yes,
like that.
I have to look it up because I'm like. A
What's
huge
up, YouTube?
fan. He says that, and I love it.
It says we're still live, but
So I hope
we
you
gotta
know
we
it's
gotta turn
an
some of
homage.
these things off because I think we're using too much of the.
Well, the
internet.
Chromecast is off. I can turn the TV
The
off
Chromecast?
because it's just
It's
frozen.
on.
But that's
Alright,
what happens.
so we're
That's
just gonna
life. Life in the quarantine. You have technical difficulties because everybody's online.
All right, we're back on. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry if you're watching this little technical issues we're having, but we're back.
I'm back.
Okay, we talked about the guy making up the story. One thing that I thought was interesting. I don't think I had ever seen Michael Jordan with his shirt off before, and I was surprised I was surprised to see how not skinny he was, but like lean.
He's very lean.
Like now today, the players they're just bigger, and I was very surprised when he was sitting. He had his shirt off.
Hormones in the chicken.
I was just very, very surprised how skinny he was. Did you notice that?
No.
Like, he had like muscle and like he
I
was
wouldn't
defined.
describe him as skinny because especially when he first came in, he was a young guy.
He,
Like
he
when
was,
you're
yeah,
young,
he was
you
small
tend
when
to
he
be
first
leaner,
came in.
yeah.
He
But-
got beat up by the Pistons
Oh.
that whole time. Then he got the shit kicked out
he
of him.
got yeah.
That made him get bigger, though. That made him start going to the gym and
Yeah.
actually working out.
He was
you know?
lean. He was
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
lean guy.
Mm.
I think now he's like Leo DiCaprio. You know, he thickened out.
Yeah.
He look.
Well,
thickened
he's
out.
older now. He's not
So
playing
like
basketball.
the thicker ones, Michael Jordan now
Oh, I know. I do.
or young.
Can what is that?
Hi Issa, shout out
Can-
to my
can,
girl So all the ladies out there watching,
I know you
let
have
me
it
know.
on your topics, but can we
You
talk
like
about
thinner Michael or
the
thicker
overly
Michael?
sized fucking suits that Michael Jordan wore? It was like he wore. It's like he was wearing his dad's suits,
Yeah.
being in high school. Like
He looked
like,
ridiculous.
He looked. It was like the shoulders. I know it was a different time, a different fashion, but like
shoulder pads.
you have this money, and they showed his waist. His waist wasn't like overly sized.
Yeah.
Like I used to buy jeans that were just enormous. Like I didn't care about
Like
the
a 45?
Yeah, it was like a 45 waist. I just throw my belt like fucking throw it as tight as I can do. He just had this huge. But it's like
Not Corona.
his pants were so big and his jackets were so long, and it's like, dude, get a fucking tailored suit, dude.
Yeah.
He looked terrible, dude. He looked like he had money, but he just went to Marshalls and grabbed.
I said it
suit off the
earlier.
rack.
I don't like tight clothes. People who wear like men who wear like tight clothes. I don't like it. But a tight suit, a fitted nice tight suit,
tailored.
looks fine. It looks good.
Mm.
Hey, like I'm wearing that suit. He said, he looked like Tom Hanks in Big.
Yeah.
He just.
You just look like he looked like you were going to your high school dance and you were wearing your dad's suit.
Yeah, but I think
You know what I mean? Like the shoulders were out to here. He looked like he had Phil Jackson shoulders on his fucking.
The style though for that time was like very like baggy, like girls were wearing
It was
guys'
still
clothes.
looked dumb though. Like I don't know.
I'm not saying it didn't, but I'm just saying like
Yeah.
everything was like loose.
Yeah, but I know, but still, man, he just looked terrible. Like you look at a few years later when they were wearing suits and the style was still baggy. Like
It was so baggy. Like his suit jacket, his sleeves fit fine, but his jacket
the
came down to
was,
his knees.
Yeah, it was so long, dude.
And
it was
just
like I
looked
went and bought a
dumb.
XXX shirt and wore it, and it was like down to here. It was like I'm just gonna not wear no pants if I get, you know what I mean?
For someone with so much money, he had that fashion. That he has terrible fashion.
Yeah, he looked like a hobo.
He was worried about playing basketball. They were in. It was
Nah,
kind of like now.
he was trying to be fly.
Now is a fashion walk
Trying to be
more.
fly.
He
Now
was
it's
driving-
like a runway.
So, but he loved Corvettes too. You seen that?
Oh, yeah.
When that little
Corvette after
kid is in
Corvette after
traffic,
Corvette.
when that little kid is in traffic and he's standing in the middle of a highway,
Oh,
getting
yeah.
Michael Jordan.
It was
He's
after one of the baseball
he's,
games.
He's standing in the 2-lane highway. His dad's parked in one lane. Michael Jordan's parked in another lane, and this kid is standing in the middle of the highway, and he's so scared and in awe at the same time.
Yeah.
It was
He
kind
was
of
scared of the cars coming fucking.
And that's Michael Jordan's personal footage. So that kid never saw that footage. That kid probably told a million people that he met Michael Jordan in traffic, and they didn't believe him. And 30 fucking years later, it came out in a documentary.
Speaking
And they
of
were all
that,
like,
And he got
and they
mad
were all-
blowjobs
No,
out
they
there.
were all like this. That's not you.
I'm
That's
thinking
not
of
you.
all those little people that are now famous. Like every once in a while, where you see him interacting with the fans,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
some kid, and you're that kid now as an adult.
Yeah.
Like all those people in all those little sectors, all those people are like having their moment and
The-
being like, "I told you, I met him."
There's another kid. Michael Jordan's it's just random footage of him and Hairman walking through a catwalk, and there's all these people outside banging on the doors and the glass. Oh, Michael Jordan. And there's this one kid, and he's not banging, and I think he's holding something. And Michael Jordan looks at him, and he goes like this. Boom, he looks at him. And that kid probably told a million people that happened, and no one ever believed him.
Like, he did not pick you out of a crowd.
And now 30 years later, this footage comes out, and you see yourself, and you're just like, oh my god.
Dude, that dude's walking around with his high school picture. Going, look it, that's me! I told you, bro!
No, he's
look
like
at
a
the
little-
hair!
I'm wearing the same shirt.
My mom saved the shirt.
Okay. Let's keep going here. When Michael Jordan retired and came back to basketball, I was in high school. I think when he won his last title, I was 18 years old.
You were playing basketball in high school too, so you were really influenced by him back then, you know?
What was I gonna say? Okay. I just remember that shit. When we were watching that episode last night, because we watched it last night and again today, so we could talk about it. I had so much nostalgia. It was bringing up so much shit just because I remember all this footage, like him showing back up to the Bulls practice facility. Like I remember that being on TV,
all the
and I
news
remember being
going
like,
crazy.
"Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!"
Finally, he's done with baseball.
And why is he practicing? He's coming back.
Yeah.
He's coming back. I remember that feeling because, like I said, he was my favorite player ever. Like he wasn't my hero or anything, but I looked up to him.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this guy, everything. I had
He
all
has
his
an eye
tapes.
for talent.
I had everything. Like I couldn't afford his shoes. My parents didn't afford his shoes, but
No.
I all the other shit I had a jersey. I had a 45 and I had a 23. A couple 23s probably.
Whoever's got a 45, keep it.
I have one. I was
Big
looking for it for the
Bang.
podcast.
Those didn't come out like for a long time.
I was looking for it earlier for the podcast, but
Remember the Dream Team too? Dream Team was so sick with Jordan.
Dream Team was the best team ever assembled. Like, yes, I'm saying there are players are better now, but that team at the time, it was so unfair.
It was so unfair.
It was the most unfair team that has ever been.
It was like as soon as they announced,
It's the Olympic. It's the best.
as soon as they announced it, it was like, oh, we got the gold. Like you could 100%.
It was the
bet on that for them winning gold, and you knew you were.
So
gonna
do
win.
you think that
You know?
basketball now overseas is now better,
Yes.
Oh,
or
fuck yeah.
you think it was
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the same level?
No, back then they had one good player
Yeah.
in the
but
whole country, and most of that time that player would get shipped to the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A Russian guy,
Like,
fucking guy from fucking Yugoslavia, guy from fucking Italy. You know what I mean?
Vlade Divac.
Yao Ming.
Ming.
Tallest guy, motherfucker in China. They're
Like,
like,
Yao Ming
you're going to the NBA. You know, we're
Yao
gonna make
Ming might
money
be
off you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yao Ming-
now there's like, it's just like any sport now. Besides soccer, soccer's terrible in the United States. But like they're all better now because of like a Michael Jordan, because of fucking Bo Jackson. You know what I mean? Like watching, like you know what I mean? It's just like hip hop, dude. You know what I mean? Like when hip hop first started, it was dope. But the hip hop that was after it was so much better because they had the old hip hop to be inspired by. It's just like the NBA now, dude. You're saying LeBron's better. Would LeBron be LeBron without Jordan? Without watching Jordan being inspired? You know what I mean?
What do you think? You think they're better in Europe now, or
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Like Yao Ming, for example, when talking about the Olympics, Yao Ming would come play for the NBA, but in the Olympics he wouldn't play for America. He would play for China.
Play for China, yeah.
Same like Vlade Divac,
Yeah.
all these people.
Right.
Shout out to Issa in the chat.
Tony-
Alias in the
Tony
chat says
Kukoc.
Michael Jordan's suit looked like Steve Harvey designed it for the Insane Clown Posse. That is a
100% right.
that couldn't be a better explanation for what his suits look like.
yeah. I'm not gonna fight with you on that.
The Dream Team was so unfair. But I don't like it was, but it talent-wise it was unfair. But hey, it's the best from America, and that was the first year professional athletes were allowed to compete in the Olympics, and they just destroyed everyone. And then even the second Dream Team was cool. Vince Carter jumped over a man.
Oh my god, I remember that.
It's
That's
like those kinds of things not only impacted basketball, they impacted the Olympics, the attention on the Olympics, and people watching other teams.
That's definitely
because
why they
were
let that
playing
happen.
them, you
That
know,
team
like-
definitely made the world better because people saw what real American basketball was,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, I guess we're really not that good."
Yeah.
Because we were just playing people who
Yeah.
weren't good enough to make the
We were
NBA.
doing this while they were shooting.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking sticking your hand in their face and fuck, you know what I mean?
Larry
Bird for three.
I still have when Michael Jordan returned, like we were talking about, he came to that practice, and I just remember that being on TV, and it wasn't ESPN because I don't even think I had cable.
No, that shit
it
was
was
on news.
everything.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan,
everywhere.
all he was, it was just his back walking into some building, and B.J. Armstrong was right behind him. That was the footage, but it caused so much fucking a pandemic.
Mhm.
I mean, not a pandemic.
Pandemic.
A-
Uh-oh. He
No,
got
remember-
quarantine on the break.
The other thing too, he was at a baseball game.
And a rumor said
no,
that
he was at a baseball game and someone there, he told someone there, yeah, I think this is my last season. I think I'm retiring. And then that guy went and told his news buddy,
Chota.
and then his news buddy went and called the guy that was there filming the baseball game.
It was
and
Bob Costa,
they
wasn't
went,
it?
yeah, they went
Looked like-
live.
I forget who that was.
They went live at the baseball game to announce something about basketball.
Yeah, they went
Like,
live. It was
what
the
the
biggest
fuck,
news ever.
dude?
And then hundreds of reporters from around the world showed up. This is before the internet, you know? Before you could just fucking steal a story from the Associated Press and
Yeah.
put a new headline on it. All these people, they're in a in this conference room, and there's so much noise from the camera shutters and just
Yeah.
like
Like
just the
100
hustle and
countries.
bustle of people talking to each other, all saying the same thing. Do you think he's really gonna fucking retire? It's just hundreds of people saying it. I think he might have been the first sports superstar.
That's what I said earlier. 100%, dude. He had people following him like he said he couldn't go anywhere. Like you can't go to Walmart.
Yeah, I felt
He can't I'm not that person to like. If I see a celebrity, I'd be like, "Oh, bro, oh, I gotta get a, oh, God, oh my God, But if I saw Jordan, I'd probably be like that.
I wouldn't because he seems like a douche.
Dude, see, I would just because of I could possibly get a photo.
Yeah.
And I could possibly get an autograph, and then 3 days from now, he's not even gonna remember me because 5 to 10 more people it's gonna happen on the from when he saw me to when he was going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So he's like, I'm gonna take that chance and try to get an autograph and try to get fucking, you know what I mean? Like, what would you rather have though, an autograph or a picture? If you had
a picture, 100%.
Yeah, see, me too.
I'm never gonna sell an autograph, so an autograph isn't worth shit to me. Like honestly, for people who sell
but like having a basketball with
I'd rather the picture.
Yeah, that's true.
Like at my funeral, people or my wake, people are standing there, be like, "Holy shit, DL hung out with Michael Jordan."
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of pictures. There's gonna be a lot of pictures.
But anyway, so
holy shit, is that his dick on the internet?
So back to that thing, like when they announced that he was practicing, it was just so crazy, and then that he was
practice again.
and then he was coming back with just the "I'm back" fucking announcement. That was
awesome.
2 words. There was so much hype around it.
His agent wrote like 3 different drafts.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. He's like, oh, you fucking write it. He was okay. There you go.
I'm back.
Fucking 2 words.
So he came back and he played the Pacers, and I still have it on VHS. I taped it. That's how much of a fan.
Yeah.
I taped a game, like a basketball game.
His first game.
I watched it multiple times, and he had not a great game, and everyone was like, "Uh-oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh." And then
It was like the man was just playing baseball
That's
10
when he was
days
wearing
ago.
the 45.
You know what I mean?
that's when he was wearing the 45 like a gun.
He's literally playing
It was
baseball
his high school number.
a month ago. Yeah, it was his first number.
And then everyone thought, "Oh, I guess he took some time off. I guess he's not what he was. Everyone ages." And then he came and played at Madison Square Garden and scored 1,000,000 points.
Yeah.
And it was like the most crazy fucking game.
He retired in '93, and then played the end of the '94-'95 season.
Yeah.
And then was back for '95-'96, and they won a title.
Yeah.
Like,
Shaq beat him.
He apparently didn't lose it that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that was the one where literally the next day, like the trainer's like, "Oh, let me know when you want to start getting together," because most people take off during the season. They were saying, and he was like, literally, he goes, "I'll see you tomorrow."
Yeah.
Like, what you
no
mean?
joke, yeah.
Ain't no vacay.
But like literally, he was playing baseball, training for baseball, and then just met up with B.J. Armstrong, and they were like, "Yeah, come practice with us." He went to a couple practices with him. And was like, "I'm going back to basketball."
Alias in the chat says a picture is definitely more valuable.
Yeah.
And he says his yellow eyes are priceless.
Oh, I was saying that earlier. I'm like, dude, his yellow eyes.
He
Dude.
cries movie theater butter. That's what Alias said.
Oh my god.
So I'll say this though, when Michael Jordan left, this is why I think LeBron James is the best. One example right here. When Michael Jordan left the Chicago Bulls, they were a playoff team that was went to Game 7 in the semifinals in the playoffs. Okay, then LeBron James. Any team LeBron James leaves, any team, I don't care what the fucking team is, they go from the best team in the league to the worst team in the league with the loss of what? One person can change the. Like that's what I'm just trying to explain to people. He lost in the finals. Michael Jordan never lost in the finals. Michael Jordan played Dan Marley in the finals.
Yeah.
LeBron James played the fucking Golden State Warriors.
Dan Marley. Dan Marley, what the ghost from that Christmas Story?
He cries movie theater butter.
Oh
It's
no,
one
I'm
of the
still
funniest
laughing
things.
about that. Yeah.
So I found it interesting that one of the guys on the Magic said, was it the the Magic said 45 ain't 23. And
The
that
next game.
and that was the reason he changed his number. I vaguely remember, I don't know if this is true or not, but I vaguely remember him being fined for wearing that number.
Yeah, because it was retired.
Because it was retired.
Yeah. That first year.
But why they keep messing with Mike? Don't they hear these stories about this guy said this, and then the next time he played them, shit was on, and then this guy said this, the manager didn't say hello to him, didn't want to say talk to him, and that made him mad, and then he was like, "Oh, you don't want to talk to me?
Yeah, watch this.
You're not cool with me? Guess what? I'm not cool with you. And let me show you how I tell you." And then he was like, blah, blah.
in the next 3 games.
Like
He was like Kobe before Kobe.
why you messing with the man? Why you messing with the man? That's your own fault. You the one who looked for it. So
All right,
it's your own fault.
Completely off topic, but kind of on topic. Actor that following since The Wire, Michael B. Jordan. I think you all know him. Played
Yeah.
Played
I like
Creed.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Didn't realize his name was Michael Jordan until about a year ago when you told me.
Yeah. I was
You were like, yeah, his name's Michael Jordan. He probably put the B in there so no one would know he was. I was like, holy shit, his name's Michael Jordan. I was like, the B.
Yeah,
It worked because I was like, B Jordan. You didn't even. I'm like, it blew my fucking mind. All right, we can go back on the actual.
Yeah, that was a good idea by
Michael
his
Jordan.
probably his agent or manager.
Yeah. It didn't even.
Or maybe
click
his
with
whole
me.
life as a kid, they were like, "Oh, you think you Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Nick
Oh, you think
Anderson,
you Michael Jordan?"
the player who said alias in the chat on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, please go to YouTube and watch the show.
YouTube.
It's just it looks
I have to
better.
look it
Everyone's in the shot. It's just a better experience. But if you're watching and you're not gonna switch, that's cool. Whatever.
Joe, what did
The
you
chat's
say?
working
What's his
both
name?
places.
What's his name?
But Nick Anderson was the player.
Go for it. Yeah.
Nick Anderson was the player with the 45 line.
I think I went to high school with Nick Anderson.
I think people will say, "Oh yeah, you don't want to piss Jordan off," but it's like you don't need to piss him off because he'll just make up a story and piss himself off.
Yeah, I guess so. yeah.
He'll be like, "Oh yeah, some guy said this to me."
This guy said my
Let's
feet were
do
small.
some shout outs to everybody watching real quick. Shout out to Callie, that's pretty cool. Shout out to David, Ricardo, Steve, Maria.
What up, Maria? Maria. You can't have a Puerto Rican party without a Maria.
At least 2.
Custom Grow 420. Shout out to Custom Grow 420.
Yeah.
What up, YouTube?
This guy, alias, writes in the chat. Michael B. Jordan should have been named Scottie Pippen because he is a second-rate actor. Mind your manners.
That was good. Hey, he was good as Killmonger.
This is the Mind Your Manners podcast. If you're watching on Facebook, there's a page. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a Facebook page too. Please subscribe to the YouTube if you're on either. I wanted to talk about this.
Stuff.
I wrote this down, but Joe kind of touched on it a little bit because I think he's cheating off my notes.
I literally don't have my glasses. I can't.
Phil
see.
He's
Jackson
like, I can't see nothing.
Phil Jackson has the weirdest shoulders ever.
Yeah. No, we just been talking about that the past week. He's like,
It was
he's
a triangle.
he's got Frankenstein shoulders. You know, he just doesn't have the head. He doesn't have the bolts.
He
you know
looks
what I
like
mean?
he's wearing shoulder pads
Yeah.
that aren't big. They're just his shoulders.
Yeah.
Now that I say this, after the show, go search Phil Jackson's shoulders. I guarantee you, there's some fucking
He's
crazy.
like-
Some weird meme next to Frankenstein.
He just has these big shoulders.
He does.
Or maybe
even when they were showing him playing in the NBA,
He had
these
them.
weird ass shoulders. It was like,
Not
dude,
weird, just very broad.
He just like
super broad.
I can't think of the guy's name. He's a weird giant motherfucker. He's probably like 10 something. He's like walks around like that. He's like, yeah, he got fucking Phil Jackson shoulders.
He does have a. I just remember. I don't know if you was pointing it out at first.
The 90s.
I pointed it out because I was
The
like,
90s
And she don't hate on
Arsenio Hall,
anyone.
the 90s Arsenio Hall Blazer shoulders.
it looked like he
Right?
was wearing shoulder
That's
pads.
his shoulder.
But they probably like had to take the shoulder pads out of his jacket.
that those are his shoulders for sure. He has the weirdest shoulders. I never seen anyone who had shoulders like
Yeah,
this.
they were like this.
They were like this. He's sitting there talking in the interview, and they come up at a point on the end of them, and
Yeah,
I'm
like this.
like,
He's like, yeah, we were playing the basketball game pretty good, you know, Michael Jordan.
it's just something
But
that.
like they showed a picture, like Joe said, they showed a picture of him like playing in the NBA. And
With a
because I always
jersey
thought
on.
like maybe it's just the shoulder pads that he's wearing.
Oh, he's got
but,
these
like,
ginormous
they
fucking
literally are just.
pterodactyl shoulders,
It's almost
right?
like ah! Ah! It's like a perfect hanger. It's like.
Want to roll somebody or break up somebody? This episode is sponsored by my friend Sticky Fingers. His new album,
Let's see if I can get
The
it
Illest
up on
Man
the-
Ever. Time. T period I period M period E.
Period.
Go get it on Spotify or go to his website directly. Stickyfingers.com. Major Independents put it out. It's on Spotify, but you should really support it, man. Buy it and send it to me, and I'll put it in the back.
Yeah.
So Phil Jackson's shoulders. I just had to say that. I don't know, like.
What a great coach.
And Tanya never makes fun of people's physical
I like trying to
things.
make out of
Except for me.
Yeah, except for Joe.
Always.
And babies. She says it a lot about babies and little kids. But besides that,
Oh yeah, big
she's always like,
pro.
that baby's ugly. I'm like, oh my God, why'd you say that to the mom? Yeah, I don't know.
Phil Jackson's shoulders, man.
I don't know. You guys just have to open up another screen and just Google his shoulders. I guarantee something's coming up about that. I have a question that I want to know for our next topic. Do you think Michael Jordan was jealous of Bo Jackson?
That's why he tried to play baseball?
He thought, I'm the best
That's a good
athlete
point.
in the world,
Yeah,
not
that's a
Bo
good
Jackson. I'm better than Bo Jackson.
Even though Bo Jackson had such a short career, he
Yeah.
was still, in my eyes, watching that guy play two different sports, dominating.
Yeah, being the best player almost in
different
both sports.
sports,
You know,
like,
or up
The
there.
guy snapped a baseball bat over his head. Just the over the leg thing, dude. Like, dude,
Maybe that one's a good one.
I mean, your thigh is a strong muscle, but that fucking hurts,
Yeah.
dude. You know what I mean?
Alias said the same. I said this to Tanya. Alias says in the chat, Phil Jackson looks like he left the coat hanger in his shirt.
See, I told you. The perfect hanger. It was these pictures.
I just like he looks crazy now when you look at him now, but when you look at them old pictures when he's in his basketball jersey,
He's sitting like this.
he looks like Lurch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Munsters. Herman Munster. That's what he looks
Michael
like.
Jordan play baseball.
We got that up there. I mean, I'm not saying he. I mean, if you can hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, I'll give it to you, man.
That like whole shit though, like they were like, oh, he had a 13-game hitting streak.
And they
And
throw
it's
breaking
like,
balls.
That
then they were
first
like, everybody was throwing fastballs at him, trying to strike him out, and they were like, oh, let's try a
Breaking
fucking
balls.
breaking ball, and he was just like, what's his name from Major League, fucking couldn't hit the curveball, fucking.
Oh yeah.
Just zoom.
Fuck you, Joe Boo.
Yeah.
Look at Phil Jackson and his brother.
President Palmer.
So that's not a great example, but shout out to Phil Jackson. I think he's the best coach that ever coached ever.
Phil Jackson
Facts.
watching?
In any.
Maybe all his brains are in his shoulders.
What up, Phil Jackson?
Shout out to Phil Jackson watching. in
Send
the
me some
chat.
money. I'm hurting. This
I
quarantine
want your
shit.
money. I think you're awesome. Good coach.
So
He was a great manager
Oh,
of
yeah.
that team. He had to deal with
And
all
then
of
he did- And
that.
then he went and did it with the Lakers.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to DJ Slim. Shout out to Marcus.
Those
Sure
teams
you,
were lucky to have him.
Yeah, for sure.
Ugh.
And Kraus slash
The
our
problem with
stars.
rolling big
Yeah.
joints is the roach is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, true.
Ugh.
Roaches are.
You know what the problem? Know what the solution is?
Bananas.
What?
Roll another big joint.
Roll a second big joint. All right. So yeah, Phil Jackson shoulders. Sorry, Phil Jackson. I think you're the best, but I really had to talk about your shoulders, man.
Oh man, I think he knows. He must. I mean, come on, man. It's just like the curly hair guy with this fucking. You can't look in the mirror and not be like, holy shit, I'm fucking weird. I mean, look at my beard, man. It's weird.
he
My beard's
was
weird, but this is my
feeling
quarantine
himself.
beard.
He
Even though
was
I'm
like
working,
he
this is
was
my
like the man
quarantine
in the
beard.
70s,
You know what I mean?
Joe, and like
He
that
must-
70s
oh,
haircut just
man.
came with him.
Come on, man.
Who? Which guy? The
Curly
Jerry
hair,
Curl? Jerry
yeah.
Curl. He had a Jerry Curl.
Either
mullet.
that or it's a wig.
Jerry Curl.
And
mullet.
then it just later on in life, he just kept trimming it to make it look like he's losing hair.
Jerry
You know what I mean?
Curl mullet.
I'm gonna do a shot.
Shop it.
Sure.
Oh, we're gonna get him up. You gotta get him up there.
Yeah, I'm
just gonna do
scrolling
it.
here.
Let us know in the chat.
Look, this him as an older person.
Yeah, is he up there? He's not up there yet.
He kind of reminds me.
We got a giveaway. Want some more giveaways? We had 4 giveaways last week. We have 6
That's
left.
his hair, because he's like just bald in the front. Like he kept that style. That
We
was
can't
his
see, we can't
style.
What she's trying to show us what he looks like now.
My bad, my bad.
We're looking
Peter.
at some vaginas or something.
Okay, no, you're not.
Yes,
Those aren't
I am.
vaginas?
Well, I guess it's whatever you want it to be. It's one of those tests.
That's coronavirus.
What do you see at home?
Coronavirus. All right, I want to bring up a subject, I think from episode 3, when Kraus wanted to get Tony Kukoc. He was like wooing Tony Kukoc, I guess.
I feel like he wanted to replace Jordan
Yeah, maybe.
because he couldn't. He
Control him.
well, not even that.
Where's
Like
Travis?
he wanted. You could just see it by the fucking interviews with the guy. He wanted to be the star. He wanted to be everybody. Oh, thanks Jerry for doing. Oh, we wouldn't have had this title without Jerry.
Yeah.
You know, he just needed. He was such an egotistical maniac. That's what I should be saying. You know what I mean? He needed that reassurance that like, oh, you did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I like you're doing the Freedom Rally and I pay for all these giveaways and then you go out there and throw them out and you look like the man. I'm not gonna go be after the show going, yeah, I bought those. Oh, you like those? The DL threw it? I bought those. Hey, I bought those. I bought those. I bought those. You know what I mean? It's like, get over yourself, dude. You're cooler when you just brush it off. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Be the man. Take the fucking $1 million that you're making every year for going up. Nah, I want to pick him. You know what I mean? Watching basketball, analyzing it. Like, oh man, I know they worked hard, but it's like, you guys watch basketball and pick players.
I think he wanted to be liked. You know,
I want that job, dude. You know what I mean?
He wanted everybody to like him, and he did a good job. Like, I'm not saying he didn't do a good job.
Oh, absolutely.
Like everybody, not everyone that you pick is going to be bomb and be good for the team, whatever. But like, he did a good job. But I think that he may have had that kind of insecurity that like he's that type of person that like wants to be liked, wants to be invited to all the things.
Yeah, he wasn't cool growing up. He didn't have friends growing up. And then he finally got some fucking money. He finally got some recognition of, oh, look at how great you are, fucking. Then he just wanted it all the fucking time,
and
dude.
sometimes if you have that kind of personality and you're with people who do get attention and don't necessarily need to cater to you or to your insecurities, like, yeah, you run this, but like, I'm an employee and I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
So like, and they razzed him. You could tell that they razzed him. Like Michael would razz his coworkers. Like he was definitely would say shit to him, and he was probably like, "Yo, I run this shit. Like I'm the boss. You can't talk to me that way." Like he wasn't in the locker room to have that kind of camaraderie. Even if it was tough. Like
they locked him out of the locker room.
Exactly. Like they clearly sent a message that they didn't like him. They didn't entertain.
If you're not the coach, get out of here.
Yeah. They didn't entertain that, like, oh shit, this is my boss, so let me just chill. Like, not that I have to be a dick, I have to be his best friend, but let me just chill and be kind of politically correct.
Like, who do we want to take advice from? This guy that played basketball and has won titles? Or this guy that picks people to play basketball?
Who looks like a Star Wars character.
Yeah, who looks like a fucking...
So anyway, this guy wanted Tony Kukoc to be... Like, to bring him over from wherever he played, Yugoslavia or not.
No, it was Croatia.
Croatia or Slovenia, one of those countries.
Excuse me, not one of those countries. It was Croatia.
I think it was Croatia. I think it was Slovakia or Slovenia.
It's probably Italy.
She gotta look it up so we don't misrepresent.
It was probably Italy.
But I thought it was fucked up that Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan took it out on him because he had nothing to do with that shit.
Yeah.
He was just a player that Krause liked and
wanted to get
that's not in the Olympics.
Yeah, was bigging him up, and they were like, "Oh, you think he's gonna be good? We're gonna fuck with this guy." And they fucked with him game 1, and then on game 2 he came back and he held his own against them.
Yeah.
And I like what this guy said. He goes,
is Croatian.
Where's he from though? Where did he play basketball?
Former professional basketball who currently excuse me.
Before the NBA.
I don't know. I'm reading that, but he says
so.
Says Croatia.
So he came back and he held his own Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
The Croatian sensation was one of his nicknames.
Okay, cool. So he's from Croatia. So this guy's basically like, dude, he doesn't care about you guys. He's from fucking Croatia. He's from a war zone. He's from a war zone. He doesn't think you're tough.
No.
So I thought that was super cool. And then I liked how he ended up coming to the Bulls and he fit right in. Like, we still know his name, even before the documentary. Everybody remembered him. Mm-hmm. Like, he wasn't like some guy who was like, oh, that guy,
Yeah, he was an all-star.
Yeah, like, everybody remembered Tony Kukoc. Like,
yeah. You were like, yeah, white guy shooting balls.
He did his thing.
There's a white guy on that team.
Sometimes white men.
Dude, I mean, I watch basketball now, and then I'll see a white guy and I'm like, holy shit, they're still there? Holy fuck. Like, I'm still blown away. And then most of the time I go, he's probably European. Probably from Russia, right? Probably some, like, when you see a white guy on a team now,
you don't think he's American?
No, I don't think most of them.
90s defense. How is it worded? 90s defense exposed, and throw it up on the TV.
It's gonna show pictures of Dennis Rodman's cock.
Why you keep talking about Dennis Rodman's cock? I don't know about it.
90s
right?
defense exposed.
He showed his dick or something.
Everywhere.
Really?
He's a shower, not a grower. However that
that's it.
I like the quote where Michael Jordan said, "I never asked anything of anyone that I didn't do myself." I thought that was really good.
Oh.
Yeah, this one right here. So I'm gonna put this up here because everyone always tells me about how great '90s defense was.
With the monkeys?
Yeah, those
Hold
guys
on, it's gonna
might
take a
have a
minute.
better chance. Look at these guys. You find it?
Looks like my
Yeah.
uncle.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like that quote when it was not even a quote. He said it on the camera. He said, "I never asked anything from anyone that I never did myself." And I was like, "Damn, that's true." He's like, "If I could do it, you should be able to do
The
it."
best thing you can ask out of a leader. Like when you want a leader, you want someone that's in front.
Yeah.
That's in the battle with you. That's
Exactly.
like this is how we do it. Come on, I'll show you. You know what I mean? The first
There we
one.
go.
First one out there, dude. You know what I mean?
All right, so watch some of this amazing defense. I don't know the closed captions on. It might be fucking with it, but we can't
Like,
hear the guy.
You
for
don't
some
want a
reason.
guy standing behind you barking orders
you
at
have-
you.
Wait, that guy didn't even try to stop that ball. No one came to okay, Jordan. There's Jordan right there. Oh, look at this shit. No one tried to do anything except that one guy.
They didn't even move.
Number 33. I
They
think that
just
was.
stayed.
I think that was
If
Alonzo
we stay
Mourning.
right here,
Alonzo Mourning was a beast.
Look at this.
are those guys you're talking about? They weren't trying.
These are the
Where-
great. This is the great defense.
You got paid for that?
I think people, when they're a kid, they fall in love with something, and it's always going to be the best. No, like if your parents think Bill Russell was the best basketball player ever lived, and no one could tell him that Michael Jordan was better than him. You can't even tell him. It's not even possible.
My pop. He thinks
We
Larry
think
Bird,
Michael.
Larry
yeah,
Bird.
we think Michael Jordan is the best player ever, and you can't tell me any different. Oh, Michael Jordan is the best player ever. The kids think LeBron James is the best player. You can't tell me any different because they learn to like this person at their most impressionable age. And it stuck with them. You ever wonder why the best movies happen to come out in the 80s and the best rappers are from the 80s? No, they're not.
Well, depending on how old you are, or 90s.
cat,
or
bat, rat,
so on
hat.
and so
Oh
on.
man, those are boards.
Dog, that's just bars right there,
Sport.
dude. The cat wore the hat with the bat with the rat, and then they all got the
Shout out to the
virus.
Weekend Warriors.
Virus.
Check us out on Amazon Prime.
That's Barry Bars right
You
there,
got no
kid.
port.
Very
You
poor.
better watch
Barry
that shit.
Bars.
Shout out to DJ Slim. We're smoking on some Mac. We're
Oh.
smoking on some Mac
The
today.
Mac Daddy.
Is this Mac 1 or Mac 2? Like iMac?
iMac. Oh, we got some more amazing defense behind us. I didn't realize.
Damn, we're gonna get sued by the NBA.
They got out of his way. That one
Yeah,
shot.
yeah, yeah.
That's
They
all you have to
got out
tell
of his
me.
way. I don't know. I think people misremember a lot of shit. Yes, it was awesome when you were a kid.
But the
But-
NBA is so like
The-
everybody is good.
Yes.
It's not just like, oh, he's a good defense guy. Oh, he's a good 3-point shooter. Oh, he's a good rebounder. Like everybody's good at everything.
A
Like,
bench player
everybody-
today. A bench player today was an all-star in the 90s.
Dude, everybody is so much better today, dude. And they work out better. They eat
Better
they
medicine.
eat better. They got better medicine. They got better training.
They got better
They
medicine,
just-
for sure.
Well,
God bless you.
just the whole like everything. You know what I mean? I don't know. We were talking about today at work, like about baseball, like how boring baseball was before steroids, and then steroids came in and made baseball amazing,
Yeah.
dude. And then, you
The
know,
home
and
run
whatever happened
derby.
after that, that's how Jordan was. Like basketball was fucking boring. You know, it was fun. It was cool to watch, but they had socks up to their knees and
Dribbling up to their nipples.
and they wore underwear for shorts.
Yeah.
Let's be real. My boxer briefs are longer
Cute
than
on
their
girls,
shorts,
but
dude.
not so much
You know
on
what I mean?
dudes.
Yeah, exactly. They're fucking woman booty shorts, dude. Like I can see your inner thigh. Fucking gross, bro. Gross. I don't want to see that shit.
Dude, I don't wanna see your inner thigh.
I don't want to see that shit unless we're in the locker room, dude. You know what I mean? It's just gross, dude. Ugh.
Ban the male in their thigh. You heard
It's
it
just
first.
like they
From
were just.
Indo Joe.
You know what I mean? Like walk down the court and fuck. Like they were. Yeah, I don't know. It just like when Jordan came into the league, it was just interesting to watch basketball. You know what I mean? He wanted you to watch basketball. Like I was a fan because everybody else in my family was a fan of basketball, and I really cared about it. But then watching Jordan, you were like, holy fuck, this guy's flying through the fucking air, dude. This guy's moving around 3 people before they even know what the fuck is going and slamming it in, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he was just so much better than everybody
exactly.
at that time.
And
like
and
leaps and bounds better.
I feel like if he finally, like, I don't know if they'll ever give up the Jordan logo, But shouldn't that be the NBA logo? You know what I mean? The fucking Jordan, the Air Jordan.
I mean, over this guy, yeah. If they're gonna change it, I don't think they should change it. But if they're going to change it, Michael Jordan, man.
Michael Jordan. It's gotta be Jordan, dude. Maybe this one. The fucking the free throw. Jump, because that was fucking. He did that better than Dr. J did. You know what I mean? Many people have done it before him. People did it before him. People did it after him. A lot of people have done it after him. That free throw jump, but that was amazing, dude. I had that poster of him in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The motherfucker was like, his head was above the rim, and he still had plenty of. He could have jumped farther back, dude. You know what I mean? Still made that shot, that dunk, dude. Like I don't know. But
he had room still.
You made a good point about that. Until Dominique Wilkins stopped doing the dunk contest, he couldn't win.
Yeah.
Dominique Wilkins just was just like fucking the tomahawk jam, dude. You know what I mean? The guy fucking that slam. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Dominique Wilkins was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Shit for that.
Who do you think was the best dunker ever? I think Vince Carter was the best dunker.
Vince Carter was just so. He had rockets in his shoes.
Yeah, I do.
You know what I mean? Like the dude had rockets. He like either that or get trampolines.
He could dunk in the 6th grade.
He figured out like how to put. He figured out how to put trampolines in his feet.
Yeah.
Because that motherfucker would be like, his head, he put his elbow in the fucking thing, dude. Like he jumped up and went like that.
If I owed Vince Carter's contract and he put his elbow in the ring and a hug from it, I would be like, dude, you're fucking.
Yeah.
Fucked up, man. Yeah. What are you doing? But that was awesome. There was nothing ever like Vince Carter. The power of his dunks. It was like Sean Kemp meets fucking Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Meets fucking Dr.
Shaq.
J. Fucking like the air. He had so much air, dude. It was like.
He said he could dunk in the 6th grade. How old are you in the 6th grade? 11? 12?
Yeah, like 12.
I just put my hoop up for my nephews yesterday, right?
Facts.
They had their hoop like it was like at 7 feet, and I put it up 10 feet. It looked so high that I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's 10 feet. It just looked so high.
Yeah.
And I got the tape measure. It was 10 feet. I was like, yeah.
Damn.
It just looked so high to me. And I used to be able to dunk a basketball, as funny as that sounds. Never in a game. I could never do it competitively or anything.
Yeah.
But,
When we were playing horse, used to do it like a dickhead. None of us can do that. We're all getting H.
I used to have like the ill ups.
We're all getting H.
And I don't know, man. Like just when I was looking at it yesterday, and I put it up 10 feet. I was like, damn, that shit looks like it's 15 feet in the
Where's
air.
the hoop? Same place you produced that?
No, it's in the backyard on the square patio.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It's just interesting because from where it was at first, I was just like, wow, it just seems like really, really high. Maybe
really
it's
high.
like just a
But
notch too high.
most of them are 6 feet. That's only another 4 feet to jump.
Yeah. Well, no,
You
less
know-
than because they got the arm.
Oh, they're on. Yeah. So
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know, I
saying.
guess,
It's only
like, when
another
you play,
3 feet to jump.
You play so often that it's not
your
that
legs,
far.
you constantly work your legs out, dude. You're constantly jumping.
Like
You're
Yao Ming just had
eventually
to
gonna
hop.
get better at it, dude. You know what I mean?
Yao Ming just had to hop to dunk.
Yeah.
I was short, so I had to be like
Same thing with Shaq.
foul shots, and like
You
fucking
think you can
layups.
touch the net?
I don't know. Today, I
I
don't
could
know.
probably wing
Can
it.
I get a warm up stretch?
I could probably wing it.
I touched the net.
If we were putting money down, I'd put money down that I could
I'm also
Flick
5'1",
it.
so.
You
But
know
when
what I
I
mean?
was when I put
grab
the rim
it, probably not.
when I
But
put the rim up and saw how high it was, I was like, damn, I used to be able to jump that high. Oh my god, I'm fat.
with the ball.
I could dunk like a
It's
tennis
one thing
ball,
running
no
and
problem.
touching the rim or touching the backboard, but running, bouncing a ball, running and then palming it and fucking.
We used to have to run laps in gym class around the gymnasium, and I used to like every time I would jump and hang on the rim, like oh the bitches are gonna want to fuck me now. I can hang on the rim.
Fancy. Forget education.
You're hanging up there like, anybody see that? Anybody see that?
Anybody see that?
Yeah, and then you miss and break your arm, and then you walk around.
Yeah, but
like
it was
this.
high school. Like you didn't care.
No.
You didn't pay for insurance.
I was playing basketball in high school one time, and I went up for a rebound while the shooter was coming down from the rebound, and he had big old buck teeth, and he split the back of my head open so fucking bad.
With his
that-
teeth?
Yeah.
Oh.
That I was running. No, I just said he had buck teeth for no reason.
Oh yeah, I was
That's
just
part of the story.
describing him.
No, but he bit me in the back of my head. So whatever. I got the rebound, and I'm running down the court dribbling. I'm like, God, I'm sweating. And I went to rub the sweat, and it was fucking. I was soaked, and I called a timeout, and my coach yelled at me, and I tried to fight him,
Yeah.
and me and Rohit went down into the the locker room of the gym was like in the basement, and I was like, oh my god, my shit is fucked up. So I went home, took a shower to clean it up. I just rolled up paper towels into like a square, and I put on a fitted hat.
Oh yeah,
It pressed,
push
just
it in
pressed
there.
against the thing, and I never went and got stitches, but
Yeah, because
No, but it healed. So.
Stitches, like
it healed. It was just so fucked
little
up.
paper towel.
As long
and
as it stops bleeding, we
baseball
good.
cap compress, and you're good.
Hey man, I used to use super glue.
And then you have to keep wearing that, right, so that it could heal.
You
Yeah,
split,
for
you
a
split
little
your
bit.
finger
Yeah,
open, you just
so
grab
it's
super
not
glue,
stitches.
put that shit in there, hold it for a second. Good.
I just remember that this shit hurt
Splits
so
open
bad.
for
This,
it.
this kid's teeth was so big. Oh my god.
I remember playing basketball like a kid, just jamming my finger.
Oh, the jam
And
of the
that
finger
shit
always
hurt
hurt.
like a motherfucker.
It's like
I was
stuff
yo,
in your
time
mouth.
out! I can't play!
I'm happy to say, all my years of playing basketball, I never jammed my finger.
Damn,
Thank
you're
you,
a lucky
Lord.
motherfucker,
Thank
dude.
you.
Let's go play. Let's go play. You're jamming
Damn,
your
it'd be
finger.
worse for a girl too. She'll break her nail if she jams.
Nah,
her
I was
finger.
little, so I had to be good at
Yeah.
dribbling. I had to have control of that ball.
She's like,
I was like that.
Because
I was always good
I'm
at
so close
shooting.
to the ground. I'd just be like,
Yeah, I was always good at shooting, okay at dribbling, but like I didn't like the constant like someone
defense.
always on you like.
that was me.
You know,
I was the
fucking
net.
hate because I was, like
that-
that's why I was like baseball. I was like
I was me. I was little and I was at net. I was like,
fucking hated that.
if they
shit.
had a good hitter.
If I have the ball, I understand it. You know what I mean? I got the ball. You
They'd
should
be
be all
like, Tanya,
over
go
me.
get him. Annoy the shit out of them.
That's
Like
funny.
when they were like
Dab time.
when they're all over you and you don't have the ball. That's what pissed me off the most.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
They were cock blocking you.
No,
I mean,
it's
they
just,
were ball
it's
blocking
just
you.
like, come on, man, get the fuck off me. I know defense, but
Okay.
come on, dude.
I guess I'm not doing it there because I don't see my fucking nectar collector.
Uh-oh.
It's downstairs. I thought we was doing it there, but we ain't
Any more
doing it
topics?
there. Oh yeah, got some more topics.
gonna go get
Topic me up,
Oh
homie.
sure, it's on the coffee table.
Excuse me, peeps.
Careful with that wire though.
Pee break.
With that wire. So while Tanya's gone, make sure you watch her episode of Medical Edibles. Just came out.
Medical edibles.
Episode 7, she made Rice Krispie treats.
Quite
200,
delicious.
200 milligrams. It doesn't matter however many milligrams you want to make it. It's up to you. But that's episode 7. We're about to have a celebration because she's about to pass 200,000 views for her show.
Damn, that's crazy.
And I think that's pretty. That's just on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's also on Facebook, but just on like I don't really care about Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. I put it on Facebook just because like why not? But YouTube is really where I live. I think with my content. So yeah, check her out. Medical Edibles. It has 3 M's. Like Medical Edibles. So far, her guests have been
Little soup strainer keeps catching wind.
Redman, Eric Bobo, Stephen Marley.
Yep.
Bernadette Price, she gave some. I don't know if she's in the. I know we filmed. We also filmed with Conway.
Yep.
But wait, that's not out yet.
That's not it yet. Nope.
We haven't even decided. We haven't even. Yeah, that's not out yet.
Yeah.
I don't have a date for that. Really.
Yeah. I feel
But,
like we should put that out when he puts an album out.
Yeah. Shout out to Revolution in the chat. But make sure you go check out his new single. It's out right now. It's on YouTube. It's called Revolution Late Nights, and I mixed, mastered, and did the artwork for that. So go check that out
Check it out.
in the chat. Maybe he'll post a link to that. I brought this up earlier, but I wanted to keep going on it. Do you think Michael Jordan was jealous of Bo Jackson? Because
yeah.
I just think he was a little bit. Why is this guy? I'm a better athlete than
Yeah.
this guy.
And why does he get the sneaker? Why does everyone want his sneaker?
Because
And not mine. Yeah.
I think Bo Jackson was the best athlete that ever lived.
God, man, I wish he didn't hurt himself.
Because none of that he didn't practice for any of that at all.
Yeah.
he was just
Naturally amazing.
naturally good at that shit.
I always say he was a superhuman. 100%. I feel like he was the first superhuman that like, dude. They were saying when he was in fucking like 5th grade, he was fucking dunking. He was fucking throwing rocks through right. What was it? Throwing rocks.
Screen doors, apples,
apples.
crab apples. Which it sounds. You think you'd be like, I can do that. Like, no, you can.
No, it would just bounce off.
Trust me.
Yeah.
If they're talking about it being some amazing feat that Bo Jackson did, you can't do it.
Like every coach he's ever had was just like this guy, like from grade school. They had grade school coach. I don't remember my coaches in grade school. I barely remember my coaches in high school. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't, it just like, you know what I mean? Like, they all were like, this guy is amazing, dude. And
Yeah, just
I feel like maybe Jordan had a little
jealousy of it.
jealousy of it, yeah.
All right, the next topic I want to go into is Michael Jordan's kind of like a few topics touching on Michael Jordan's dad, and that whole thing. Do you think his dad was killed and robbed? Do you think his dad was killed and robbed because of who he was, or it was just random
shit? I don't know.
Because they're acting like he's pulled over to some restaurant.
I feel like if it was like, all right, say you owe me money, and I keep saying, hey, you owe me money, and you're like, fuck you, I'm not paying you. Fuck you, I'm not paying you. And then I'm going, okay, well, I'm gonna kill your fucking dad, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave him out there for you to find him, and I'm gonna make sure you know. You know what I mean? You're not gonna know it's me specifically, but you know what I mean? I'm not like, this guy was trying to hide the body.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? He trashed the car.
No.
He hid the car. He dumped the body in a river. He didn't leave the body out
Well, if you
somewhere.
kill someone, it's not like you're gonna leave it there though either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But if you owe me money and you tell me you're not paying me, I'm gonna leave my threat for you to see. You know what I mean? Like I'll make sure there's no evidence.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put that body out there so you find him.
Not
I don't.
necessarily,
Oh, fuck yeah,
it's
dude.
like a mind fuck. Like you don't know where your father is, so then you have days
Well,
of
like
burying
breaking someone's leg,
before
you prove a
feel-
point, dude. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, I asked you 1,000 fucking times. You're Jordan. We can't break your legs because we won't make money off of you playing basketball.
I mean, there's so many scenarios that can honestly happen.
But imagine being.
He could have
Imagine
ran
it's
into
not.
a psycho.
Imagine it's not and being accused of it. How bad that must feel. Like
They said that
they're
there were
accusing.
no-
They're blaming you for your father's murder.
Well, they said there were no substantiated.
Yeah, there was no evidence
facts.
at all. There was nothing at all. Yeah.
I think any scenario could work. It just depends on the person who's doing that crime.
He was with a hooker, right? He was with a hooker.
Shout out to Bobby.
He was with a hooker?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, I was like, wait, what happened?
Here's a
I was like,
scenario. He was
oh,
with a hooker.
I got you.
He
Got
pulled
you.
over. He was like, I'm not paying you. She was like, pay me. He's like, I'm not paying you. Bang. Shoot. Oh, shit. What do? A pimp shows up, help him dump the body, try to
Damn.
That's a scenario, right?
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
You know what I mean? But
He kinda thought of that kinda quick,
That's what
I'm
the
just
media
saying.
did. They were like, "Oh, Jordan's got a gambling problem. What if someone was trying to break his leg?"
Or he could have
You know
fell
what I mean?
asleep because
Trying to
he's
find
been
his
driving,
championship.
he's been visiting relatives, he was going back home. He
Could've
said,
been
you
a
know
million
what? I'm
things.
falling asleep driving. Let me pull over and take a nap.
Could've just
And
been some
someone
junkie.
went,
Yeah,
found the
nap.
car, and was like, I'm going to take advantage of the situation before he
Yeah,
even
yeah.
wakes up. And then I'm going to just get what I need.
Just
and
could have just been just some junkie fucking go. Oh, look at this abandoned car, and then realized there was a person in there, and was like, oh fuck, bang.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Oh shit, now what do I do?
yeah.
Get rid of the body, dude. There's another scenario for you. You know, it could have been a million fucking things. They had no
Absolutely.
evidence. That's the problem,
Yeah.
dude. You know.
Well, it was like one of those roads where it's like a main road, but it's like in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
like
North
a main
Carolina.
road.
What
So,
the fuck, dude?
you know, even if someone were to come upon it, it was going to take time anyway. Unfortunately.
Well, they
And, like, the
they
first
dumped the
40
car and then dumped him.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like they just left him to find. You know, like I was saying.
He could have been with someone he knew, and they got into a fight.
Coronavirus.
Like, who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Coronavirus.
And they were like, oh my God, what did I do?
Oh, I went the wrong way.
You went the wrong way.
So I don't know. I gotta take a pee break. Oh,
But I
piss
think
break.
what you were talking about was, or maybe I missed it because I was looking for something. The dabber. Did you talk about his relationship with his dad?
Yeah, that's what we were basically talking about. I
I know
had
we
like
were talking about the crime.
yeah, I had like 4 subjects about his dad. I thought he had I don't know, his dad seemed to be kind of favored Michael Jordan's other brother earlier in life.
Oh, you got that from that?
Yeah, earlier in life. Oh, how come you're not like your brother? Go in the house and be with your mom because you're giving me the wrong wrench. Remember he was saying all that shit?
Oh.
He was always like pitting them against each other, and then Michael Jordan ended up being the good one, and you know then it just kind of
Oh, well,
seemed
how
like
did he become the good one? What
the good one as far as the breadwinner of the fucking
of the family.
yeah, and I think he took all his focus from I think his name was Larry to Michael, and then Larry probably got nothing. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I viewed it.
Because he was always with Michael.
Yeah. But I did think he did cool things. I do think he did. Maybe he did them out of the goodness of his heart. Maybe he did it for PR relations because he did speak for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Publicly.
They said they were best friends. They were always together, basically.
But I thought it was cool that he would sit in the bleachers and bring little random fans, like kids in the crowd cheering for Michael Jordan. He would bring them backstage to meet Michael Jordan.
Yeah, they said that he would go to like the top parts of the bleachers and pick out some kid that would have never had a chance to like basically interact with Michael Jordan, and he would bring him after the game, and he would have his son meet the kid. Like he would just do very nice things. They said everybody liked him.
Shout out to
Hamill. Said a bad word about that man.
Shout out to Hamill in Germany. Shout out to Revolution. Yeah, I just thought that was cool because like you just. I don't know, bringing some kid back there.
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's life-changing shit. Like, Michael Jordan probably don't remember that shit, but that kid's gonna remember that for the rest of his life. Like,
well, you never saw him be, like, nasty to kids, ever.
No.
Like, he was always very, very, like,
you never saw him
cordial.
be in public be nasty to anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
It was all, like, that's what I was saying earlier when we first started this. Like, when you saw him on that practice court, it was Michael Jordan like you've never seen him. Like, he wasn't like that in the game. He had that fierce, competitive face in the practice. He had the mean face.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he was mean to those people. Like, you could see it in him.
He was
I really didn't get mean. I kind of got,
you gotta watch that practice scene again.
You think he's so pissed off that, like...
I just get it as, like, if you have thick skin, like it's...
He looks at his kids and goes, what the fuck, man? You're Michael Jordan's kids. Why aren't you in the NBA? LeBron's kids almost fucking in the NBA. He's still in grade school.
Because LeBron James, maybe, spent more time with his kid. Who knows? Like some kids have it, some kids don't. Like, maybe they didn't want to be basketball players.
It's called
maybe maybe they knew how Michael Jordan was, and they didn't want to do it. Because,
that's true, too.
Because he'd be on them, and they didn't like it.
Yeah,
they probably cried and threw a temper tantrum because he was mean to them when they were trying to practice. Who knows?
You don't know. Or maybe that's not what they wanted to do. Even if they were good at it.
So
my dad was a bum. I never wanted to be a bum growing up.
So Michael Jordan, oh my God, Michael Jordan, comes back to basketball, and he's playing the Seattle Supersonics in the NBA Finals, and
Kemp was a beast. Gary Payton was
Sean
a beast.
Kemp, Gary Payton. But anyway,
who else? Chris Mullin.
I think Michael Jordan
team.
threw 2 games so he could win the NBA championship on Father's Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
Well, I mean, he had the first 3 games like nothing, right?
He beat him like nothing in the first 3 games.
Like nothing.
And then the next 2 games he lost, and then he came back game 6 and won on Father's Day. And it was all about his father. Oh, my father, my father, my father. And then he comes back and he wins on Father's Day. I always, even as a kid, I was like, that's not weird.
It seems a little suspicious, right? Yeah.
I think
it's a little too much coincidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, maybe he had a lot of built up to that, especially since he was playing and he was already going to be missing his father because he passed away. So he had those other 2 games.
But it was a few years.
Have that sorrow and then.
I don't know. It's just something I always thought was a possibility as a kid.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, I thought that. I was like, he won it, all that whole thing, and then he grabbed the ball and ran to the locker room and was on the floor crying, and 10,000 photographers were taking his photograph.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like we were talking about earlier. There's a generation of people that know him from the crying meme.
Yeah.
And just know him from sneakers.
It's crazy that I never.
They just know him from you're Air Jordan, the sneaker.
Yeah.
Oh, you play basketball? Oh shit, huh? I thought you just made sneakers. You know what I mean? Like.
How about in the documentary where he's
maybe not now.
He's made billions of dollars off sneakers, and in the documentary they're like, "What's your favorite sneaker?" And he goes, "Adidas." Oh my God.
I'll admit, Adidas are mad comfortable. I don't know about their basketball shoes, but
that's like
their what are their cross trainers, the shell toes, mad comfortable. Shell toes are mad comfortable, dude.
Yeah, shell toes.
Their Cortez, the Nike Cortez, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Adidas makes those too, but those are mad comfortable too. I do like Adidas too.
I like Adidas.
But I love Jordans, man. They just got this ill look, like. Jordans are just dope, dude. They got so many. That's what I'm saying. They got so many styles.
They've consistently.
They got the high tops. They got the medium tops. They got the low tops. They got the athletic shoes and not the basketball shoes. They got running Jordans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like. Remember there was like a controversy a few years ago about of that whole Me Too shit about some. I remember like when that whole Me Too shit was up. Oh, you shouldn't buy Jordans because of this. Shouldn't buy Jordans. And I was like wearing Jordans at the time. I go, listen, I buy shoes like once every 6 months, dude, until they got holes in the bottom of them, and then I buy new shoes. Okay, so I'm not just gonna go buy new shoes because you guys don't all of a sudden like Jordans. Like I still fucking like them, dude. You know what I mean?
You like what you like, regardless of the reason.
Yeah, yeah. I think the only shoe I never wear is the Yeezy. Just because they're fucking ugly, dude. And they're like $300 for an ugly ass shoe, dude. I'm like, is this a joke, dude? You know, you ever seen them?
Yeah, if
They're
you like
fucking ugly,
it, you'll pay
dude.
the money.
They're
And
ugly,
if you
dude.
don't, you
You
definitely
can't
won't.
possibly sit there and go, yeah, these are dope, dude. No, you like them because they're like a peacock, like the peacock thing. When you go to a club and you wear yellow because it's like, well, I want everybody to look at me because I'm wearing yellow. I'm the only one in the club.
The peacock thing.
You never heard about that thing? It's a term to pick up some like.
I like
trying
this. I like
trying to
this.
pick
I'm
up some.
learning it. I'm
You know,
learning
like
it.
how a peacock flings its feathers out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To try to attract the female. Like that's how you would do. You would wear like a weird hat at the club, so everybody would be like, "Oh, look at that guy."
Or
Ooh,
a red dress.
Yeah, exactly. Something to make you
Okay.
stand out, like the peacock effect. Like, I feel like that relates to that. You know what I mean?
Peacock effect.
Mm.
Okay.
I spent years at the club.
So shout out to Hamill. This is just random, but we're shouting out everyone in the chat. He says he's over there in Germany
What up? What up?
in the morning working at his job.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. People in Germany know who Jordan is. Everybody knows who fucking Jordan
No,
is.
Yeah,
dude.
you know who
what I mean?
Jordan is, right? You know,
Yeah.
Shout out to
obviously know who
Germany,
he is.
man.
They know what's up.
It's just you know who he is, and he hasn't played basketball in 20 years.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Everybody knows.
So do you think he won? Let's just say he wasn't suspended from the league. Do you think he left because of the journalists?
Maybe. Huh?
Just
He couldn't-
trashing
He
him?
just couldn't take it anymore. Yeah.
You mean when
He
he
did
retired
look
that
at
first
that
time?
last season. He
He
did
can't
look
be the
exhausted.
journalist on a basketball court.
Yeah, yeah.
He had no way to fight back. Like on a basketball court, he can beat you up.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
can be like, I'm gonna score 60 points on you.
Yeah, yeah.
You talking shit? A journalist, they keep writing shit about him from 1,000 miles away.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that, the Sports Illustrated shit. I didn't know about that when he played baseball.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
put
they
that
just
title.
trashed him, dude. He was like, "I'll never do another Sports Illustrated interview," and that was like today. Like he still says it. You know that guy got fired, dude. Like it was a good idea at the time, and then when he came back and they had no interview, and then when he won 3 championships and they had to interview
Yeah.
Rodman and they didn't have Jordan.
Yeah.
You know they were like, "Fuck, man, fuck." What do we
That's
sell?
the
1,000
bull,
copies?
You get the
Fuck!
ones.
I like speaking of Rodman, I like his 30 for 30 when he was like, dude,
Yes, Rodman,
in
30 for 30
1997, I was more famous than Michael Jordan.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? At first I was like, pfft. And then I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because you saw him on the basketball
He was
court.
on media
You
everywhere.
saw him in
dude.
entertainment. You
Everything.
saw him with Madonna.
And I don't understand how that's not a super team.
Dude, he was on TV shows. He
The
was on
Chicago Bulls.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, he was. He
was
played
on
himself.
Yeah, but yeah.
He played an alien, but
I
he
bet
played
he
himself.
was on a bunch of shows.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he didn't play an alien. The punchline at the end of his scene that he was an alien.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, he
yeah,
was-
it's from that. He went,
Yeah.
Hey, good for him for being able to be him.
But it was kind of true. I think he was a huge fucking factor.
I never knew about that Las Vegas thing. They're like, how about 48 hours? He's like, I need a week off. They're like, dude, we can't give you a week off. It's the middle of the season.
Yeah.
They're like, how about 48 hours? We'll give you 48 hours. He goes, all right, I'll take 48 hours. And George's like, we're not going to see him for weeks, dude.
Yeah.
And it was like weeks they had to go down there and get him.
And I like that.
And guess who's in his bed? Carmen fucking Electra, dude. Who, you know who she is. One of the hottest chicks from the 90s. And she's hotter now.
Yeah, she's
In the documentary.
Look her
I'm
up.
like,
I'm gonna look
what
her
the
up
fuck,
for you.
dude? She's hotter now, dude.
I like that when
Oh.
Dennis Rodman came back after all that shit, and he was still better than everyone in practice. Like they couldn't keep up.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he came back to practice
Yeah.
going like this, going.
He was drinking.
He's like, kamikazes.
There's footage
he's-
of him drinking and driving in the documentary.
Boozing.
He's drinking a beer, and he gets on a motorcycle and peels off into the night.
He's in the gym, training with everybody just as hard as they are, drinking kamikazes, getting hammered.
Yeah, he was.
It's like, this guy's awesome, dude. Definitely, probably the best defensive player we'll ever see
Yeah.
in our time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he just didn't care about
That's all he was.
He didn't care about. He was like, I'm not gonna be the guy slamming the dunk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the guy scoring 1,000 fucking points a year. I'm gonna be the guy getting out every single fucking rebound, blocking. Dude, some of the shots he blocked, you were like, Jesus Christ, dude. Again?
Yeah.
He just blocked the last 5 shots, dude. How the fuck, dude? You know what I mean?
He just worked hard, man.
Like watching the footage of him, like he would watch the games, or he would have everybody just shoot the ball so he can watch where it went, watch where it went, watch where it went, and find out like, if I see the ball hit this corner of the rim, I know it's gonna go right over here. You know what I mean? It's not gonna go that way. It's gonna go this way. You know what I mean? He just like that. That's smart, dude. You know what I mean? When people knock him down, like he's because of the whole Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman might be the reason why America and North Korea ended up coming and shaking hands and talking.
How hot she is.
Yeah, she's still.
I know she probably got plastic all up in there.
Yeah, but I bet you honestly, this is what I was thinking about the other day when I thought she looked great.
That's probably makeup.
When I was 18, I would have been like, ugh, she's old. I don't know.
See, I was into
because we're older now.
I was into most when I was a kid.
We're older now, so we look at women through our older eyes, and
This is like basically then.
I think she's pretty there. That's then. I think she is prettier now.
Yeah.
But would I think that when I was 18? That's my.
See, I loved the MILFs when I was a kid. Cougar porn.
MILFs.
You know about cougar porn, man. Any Cougars, Panthers, Mountain Lions out there? Shout out to Indo Joe 17.
Yeah, on Instagram. That's what we should do. Instagram.
On everything.
Instagram Indo Joe 710. Instagram Myster DL. Instagram Myster DL. Instagram Chef Tanya Nicole.
What's up?
Boom. Follow us. All right, we got one more.
Sponsored by Sticky Fingers.
What's the last topic?
That's pretty cool.
What did you think about? They didn't really focus much on this in the documentary. This one specific thing. But it really made me realize how famous this guy was. Like when Justin Bieber shows up somewhere, right? There's thousands of people outside. They're screaming, they're Justin Bieber, they're Justin Bieber. He was getting that. But what also was happening to him was people would he couldn't even leave his hotel room because people would be in the hallways.
Knowing that he was there.
Of his hotel room because the security wasn't like it is now.
Yeah.
He had his guys. There wasn't security. There wasn't fucking, and all these people showed up. This was before social media. And they just knew where he was going to be. They knew he was going to land at 3 o'clock.
Social media.
3 o'clock in the morning at O'Hare Airport. Michael Jordan's going to land at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but see, I feel like too, like
fucking, let's go stand by this fence.
Maybe like
by the thousands.
Maybe like 1 out of 5 people want to see Justin Bieber. Like I feel like 5 out of 5 people want to see Jordan.
True.
Like you hear Jordan's walking down this street today. Right? The whole fucking neighborhood's gonna be out there. If I hear, Justin Bieber's walking down the neighborhood, I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put my feet up on the table and be like, oh, cool. I know this street by the store's gonna be open, so I'm going down that street today. You know what I mean? Like,
I went to Derek Jeter Day at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, that's dope.
And Michael Jordan was there.
No, that's dope.
And he was one of the speakers and one of the presenters or whatever.
That's dope.
And it's the only time I never got to see him play in real life. I never got to see him play.
Me either.
But I'll remember.
We saw him live. We did see him live though, on TV.
Yeah. I'll remember being in the same building as him.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
cool. Even that's impactful.
Yeah, cool. I was in the same building as Michael Jordan once.
We were breathing the same air.
So
we did get to watch him live though. I'll give it that because if you want to watch Jordan play basketball now, you have to watch the tapes. Like we were like, oh, he's on tonight at 8. You know what I mean? We got to watch it at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like I was saying, I wasn't into basketball until Jordan started becoming popular. Like, it was like, holy shit! I want to watch it. I wasn't even a Bulls fan. I was a Michael Jordan fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to watch him play. You know what I mean? I didn't that season that he stopped playing. I don't even think I watched them. You know what I mean? I probably stayed up with the stats of the season, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to the Celtics. I watch Celtics all the time, because that was my team. You know what I mean? But when he came back, it was like, all right, I'm watching the Bulls again. And that's another thing. Local sports around here, you always get the Celtics. You always they would play the Chicago game because of Jordan. You know what I mean? On ABC, they don't always play every game.
They don't play the Memphis Grizzlies.
They pay exactly. They pick certain games to play on certain nights, but we always got our local game, but we don't always got the Jordan game. It was like, that's how big he was, dude. You know what I mean? Because people wanted to watch him play, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a ratings god.
It was exactly ratings.
The guy was just fucking. Just another, like, he brought basketball to everybody's home.
Yeah.
If you didn't know what basketball was, or if you just were like, oh yeah, that sport we played in grade school, that some people got to take in high school. Oh yeah, you shoot the hoop, yeah, you play horse. But once people saw Jordan, they were like, holy shit, I'm a fan of basketball, dude.
But they wanted to start playing basketball.
It made a generation of basketball players.
Yeah.
He made basketball better.
100%.
Basketball was cool. He made it awesome.
Yeah.
And then people grew up playing like that and mastered it.
Yeah. AI.
Like, I'm not saying he was amazing, but he was also playing a vast majority of fucking nobodies.
Yeah.
He was like, they couldn't even fill the dream team with all NBA players. Yeah, okay, put Isaiah Thomas in there. Boom. Who else are you gonna put on that team? Nobody. So I don't want to hear it.
Still better than me.
But
how about that though? That beef's still going on.
Yeah, he still hates Isaiah.
He still hates him, dude. Like, even to this day, he watches the tape of him, like, saying, like, he's like, oh, that didn't happen like that. You know what I mean? He's like, dude,
I like when they show
he
him
holds
the tapes
grudges.
and he had his
He's petty.
natural reactions.
Oh,
Yeah,
when they watch the iPad?
Yeah.
And any of the tapes that they show him, because you see, like, he might be like, nah.
Yeah, he starts laughing. I remember that. Or yeah.
BJ
it
Armstrong
didn't
said he took him to school.
Yeah, he laughed.
It's like,
But yeah, you want to lead us out?
so thank you for joining us tonight for your Mind Your Manners podcast. We hope to be joining you again real soon. If you haven't already watched episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, we have coronavirus. We have the Tiger King. We have a celebration of 420 and 420 related topics. Last episode was dumb people. We all know them, and sometimes we are them. And tonight, thank you for joining us for The Last Dance. Give us a comment, give us a like, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and please follow us all. Chef Tanya and Nicole for Medical Edibles, Indo Joe 710, and Ill Mannered Films, and Myster DL, and that's Myster with a Y. Have a great night, everybody.
That's Myster DL.